Start recording this shit too.
Fuck it.
Holy fuck. Bro, this is the first fucking podcast. Ever. Podcast. This is the first motherfucking podcast. And we got the echo in here too.
A little bit.
Mason, you're the first guest here. Well,
I'm honored.
I think my parents was actually the first guest here. You're the first guest on the podcast.
Well, Jalon beat me to first guest.
Oh, yeah, Jalon did. Yeah, my parents, then Jalon, then you.
MC Air ain't even come over here?
Well, she's not a guest. She lives here.
Fair enough.
We got this bitch off right. The motherfucking podcast. Wholehearted Entertainment podcast. And we got a whole fucking camera over there, too. I guess we can just talk into the camera whenever the fuck we please.
Yeah.
See, the thing is with this, too, it's going to be hard to match up the up the audio. You don't think so?
You should be good. As long as you match it up at the start, it should go all the way through.
Because I started that and that at the two different times.
That's what I'm saying. As long as you match up where it is, you should be good.
You good over there, Seth?
Hold up.
Yep.
You got everything ready to go?
Yeah, bro.
Except for my motherfucking water. Of course I got everything but a goddamn water.
Damn it.
Did you even get a water, Mason?
I don't have a water.
Oh, fuck.
You mean get us a water?
Damn,
Bro. Yeah, bro. If you want to get some water actually, bro, just stay right there. Yeah, just stay right there and talk amongst with Seth. You're the fucking guest, brother.
Yeah,
I got you under control.
Gotta make the guests feel welcome.
For sure.
Don't move the mic.
Hell no. Hell yeah.
That's a good ass sofa. That sofa right there, man.
It's a nice sofa.
Yeah.
Fucking purple, dude.
I know. That's Brad's favorite color. Tell him there's a purple sofa here. He'll probably be over here in a jiffy.
He'll probably lay down on it. Might stay a couple days.
Bro, with Brad, he'll just sleep on the couch, man. He won't even sleep in his bed.
If he,
You said he don't sleep in his bed no more?
No, he just will sleep on the couch.
well, if he ever sleeps on your couch, you could just tell him this ain't no goddamn motel.
I'm not going to do that to my dad.
Well, I know that, but it's a joke.
We need to get Cam on the podcast, talk about some stuff.
That would be crazy.
Say what?
Was this your cup?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No,
Fuck it. That's all right. I'll drink watered down coffee.
Okay, we got water, and coffee. Oh, you want some coffee?
No, water's fine.
do you drink like caffeine or anything like that?
Just soda.
Soda?
Yeah.
I think what's your favorite soda then?
I would normally say Sundrop, but I've been digging some Mountain Dew lately.
Bro, that's how I used to be. I used to drink nothing but Sundrop, and then I had Mountain Dew, and I switched over to that. You drink like a couple of those, man. That's like the same amount of caffeine in it as like a cup of coffee.
Bro, it just...
You said Mountain Dew?
Yeah. It's got a lot of caffeine in it.
I did not know
crazy
that.
Crazy as hell how much fucking sugar them things have in them, dude.
Like 50 grams or something?
Mm-hmm.
God
it's a lot around there.
Like your whole daily intake for caffeine is like in 1 cup of Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
For caffeine?
For sugar.
Oh, sugar.
Speaking of Mountain Dew, y'all remember Boogie 2988? Y'all never watched him?
That big fat guy?
Yeah, the fat guy.
With the glasses?
Where's my goddamn Mountain Dew?
Yeah, bro. Is he even around anymore?
Let me smell your breath.
Holy shit. That reminds me
I
of...
have no idea. He was really overweight.
That made me think of Angry Grandpa.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
R.I.P. Angry Grandpa for sure.
Angry Grandpa.
Yeah.
Fucking Tourette's guy.
Yes.
Gets real mad. They used to live in like a trailer.
Yeah.
His grandson or his actual son used to always like do pranks on him, like throw blackjack or black cat like firecrackers in the shower while he's showering. They just start blowing up, and he'd get real mad,
get stupid angry,
and he'd come running out there flipping shit, breaking his own fucking furniture.
Bro, he would throw shit into the wall.
Yeah,
he would break the whole door.
he'd rip the whole walls down.
I remember one time he broke the whole fucking door off. A couple times.
Yeah. There was a situation where he destroyed everything in his kitchen because he couldn't find his Twinkies.
I wonder if it was staged.
The early ones weren't. The ones later on were. After they got some money.
To an extent, it probably was.
Damn it.
After they got some money and they knew they could make money off of it, yeah, it was staged. But in the beginning, he was actually just out of his fucking mind. Like, his wife would actually take the money that they'd worked for, go buy stuff, like Elvis Presley stuff, and not have enough for the bills, and he'd come back home, there'd be no power or water.
Holy fuck.
In the middle of winter, and he'd be fucking freezing his ass off.
Angry Grandpa would?
Yeah.
Or the other guy, his son. Wasn't it his son that was fucking with him the whole time?
No, it was his son, but also his wife at the time would be stupid with the money.
Oh, fuck.
And go spend all the money on Elvis Presley memorabilia.
What the fuck?
And then they wouldn't have enough money to have the heat on or the power on. And this was in the middle of winter.
That sounds like me with canvases.
Maybe.
Damn,
that's right, bro. Bro, that's so crazy that you almost solved that Rubik's Cube. Actually, I was wanting you to solve the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you?
I might look up a YouTube video later.
Oh, you just need me to pay you some money.
Yeah.
Give you some money to solve that Rubik's Cube.
Fucking scam.
It just came over here to scam my ass. Solving Rubik's Cubes for money. There was this one guy at, y'all remember the Gaslight?
Mm-mm.
Y'all don't remember going to the
Gaslight?
Gaslight? Yeah, the bar.
Yeah.
Bro, do you not remember that bar where Cam used to live?
Oh, they're off 321.
Mm-hmm.
I might have been there once or twice, but I don't remember it. No,
You don't recommend it?
I don't recommend it.
I don't think I recommend it either. But there was this one guy that would always be there every single time that I was there. He might still even go there amongst a bunch of other guys, but this guy in particular, he would go in there. He was really good at fucking pool, right? He was super fucking good. I think he used to even go into tournaments sometimes, but he would hustle. He would hustle the pool tables, and he would go there and he would play you. He was like, "Hey, you want to play some pool?" And you're like, "Hell yeah, fuck yeah!" And you go to play some pool, and then you beat him. He'll let you win. You beat him, and then he's like, "Damn it! Well, you want to play again?" And then you'll be like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Because you know you think you can beat him, and then he's like, "Okay, you want to bet on it this time?" And then you're like, fuck it. You know what? I think I got a chance of winning. I might as well. Mm-hmm. So then you fucking bet on it, and then he plays you, and he usually wins every single time. And then you lose.
How much were the bets usually?
I seen him win a couple $100 before. I don't know. That's probably not the most. I think I asked him one time. I think he said like one time somebody bet him $1,000. Because, I mean, you're at a bar, and there's guys that get fucked up there.
They're going to be drinking, and they're not really going to give a shit.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
I've seen that happen a lot. Because you go to some bars, and they charge you a lot of money for drinks. Mm-hmm. Some people, they go, and they'd have some drinks, and they would spend more and more money as they got more drunk.
Yeah, the only time I ever seen him lose was first of all, whenever he would play just to get them over, get the people over first. And then he would... beat himself by accident. He would scratch the 8-ball.
Damn.
Yeah, that sucks.
That happens sometimes.
But whenever he lost, though, and he made a bet, he would pay up every time. He wasn't one of those guys that made a bet, and then he would be like, no, never mind.
Well, that's good. Because then nobody probably want to play him, you know, if they knew that he was just going to back out when he's only going to... Of course, he'd only uphold his bet when he's winning.
Yeah. Damn it. And then now I'm over here exposing him.
Exposed.
Damn it. Sorry, buddy.
I wish you knew his name or had like a mugshot picture of him.
Yeah, I don't remember him. I don't remember his name. I remember his face, actually.
So, like, if you walked in there, you could tell me, like, that's the guy that's going to scam you.
Exactly.
Holy
I really could. Damn it. I don't remember his name.
I wonder if he goes to any other, like, pool halls.
Pool halls? Yeah, probably.
Like
Randolph's. Yeah.
I remember Randolph's.
Yep, I used to work for Mark Gant at Crossroads.
Yeah.
And, bro, he's really fucking good at pool. I think he's won a couple of tournaments in a league. Like, they would play in different leagues.
They used to have a room, a back room with a pool table.
Yeah, he still does.
Oh, yeah, the Crossroads.
In Crossroads.
Yeah, Crossroads.
Yeah, he still does with a couple arcade games.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he still has it. Good old Mark Gant. He's the man. I want to get him on here too. I really do.
Yep. Where does he live? At Windsor Point?
No, he lives like if you're leaving Crossroads, instead of turning right to go to Windsor Point, you go the other way.
Oh yeah, he does.
On Church Road.
You're actually really right. I think he has a couple houses. I think he has like 2 or 3 houses.
There was some people that had the last name Gant in Windsor Point that I remember growing up with, and they had a house down there. And for a minute, I thought maybe I was trying to make a connection with it too.
No, that was
oh, I know who you're talking about. Logan Gant.
Logan and Cam.
Yep. I remember Doug Roney.
Yeah, Doug Roney was my neighbor.
Principal.
The principal was my neighbor.
Yep. He lived right in front of us.
Yeah.
Or right in front of y'all.
For the longest time, that used to just be a wooded area.
Yeah.
Him moving there was more of a recent thing, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Within the last 3 or 4 years before we moved in 2019, my dad, that's when that place was built. And it started really getting more developed, because we had a gravel driveway, and there used to not be any houses behind us. And now I think, I talked to my mom about that stuff because she's a real estate agent.
Now there's like 3 or 4 houses back there.
Now there's several houses back there, and that's what my mom told me. I was like, it's probably going to eventually get paved and become another one of those offshoots of the development.
It's going to become a whole fucking parking lot.
Yeah. They're tearing all the wood area down.
Are they really? Yeah. A fucking Dollar General.
Yeah. It's going to become a fucking little town or some shit.
Like they do in every single miscellaneous area. They just slap a fucking Dollar General just dead ass in the center of where the fuck ever.
Did you ever work at Dollar General, Mason? No. I worked there, and it's a shit show.
It's a shit show?
It's a shit show. You have to deal with a lot of drug addicts and stuff.
Oh, shit.
I worked at the one up in Taylorsville.
Oh, shit.
And the one in Sugarloaf and the one at Old Wittenberg.
Bro, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I worked at those.
You worked at the one in Old Wittenberg?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
What the fuck?
The primarily was Taylorsville, but they'd have me on call to go to other places, too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I even worked with Bray, and Devin worked there before.
What the fuck, bro?
Devin was the assistant manager. Bray was a key holder. You're not supposed to work with family at those stores, but they were so short staffed that I was working with my brother once in Sugarloaf. It was kind of weird. It was a cool experience, but it was
Sugarloaf. That's the one. That's the one up 16.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn it, bro! I really didn't know you worked at Dollar General. I mean, I knew you worked at Dollar General, but I didn't know that you worked at that one.
Yeah.
Or all those. Just like me at Bojangles, I used to work at this one in Taylorsville, and then I used to work at sometimes the one in Bethlehem with Cam. I would work with Cam sometimes.
I knew about. I didn't know about the one in Taylorsville, though.
Yeah, bro. You didn't know about the one in Taylorsville?
No.
That's the one I originated from.
I thought the original one you worked at was with the one in Bethlehem.
No, bro. That was just on occasion. They would, I was on call.
Oh, okay.
I was like the guy that they would send over there. Or Springs Road, I would go work at the one on Springs Road sometimes. And then another one in Hickory, the other one.
On Lenore Ryan?
No. On Springs Road. Oh, did I already say Springs Road?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I meant 127.
I know which one you're talking
right
about.
There in front of the car wash. Used to be a car wash.
Yeah, there's two. I think so.
Right there by Walgreens?
Yeah, exactly. Yep, there's that. There's 2 on 127, the one in Bethlehem and then that one.
Yeah.
What places have you worked at, Mason?
Village Inn.
Yeah, with Ethan.
Yeah, with Ethan.
Holy
Shout
shit.
out Ethan.
Shout out to fucking
yeah.
Ethan.
I worked there. Shit, that wasn't my first job. I worked at Royal Comfort.
Oh, shit.
Right there on Ospaul Dam Road, the fork.
Royal Comfort, is that what do they do there?
Make cushions and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I thought it was maybe mattresses.
Yeah, I wasn't able to work, I was 15, so I had to have,
a worker's permit?
Yeah, whatever that.
I had to work at damn Bojangles, too.
Yeah. But I worked there for the summer. Just, we'd get these big rolls of springs like they use in couches and stuff. And I'd have to cut them open and roll them out, pick out the bad ones, and it's pretty crazy. But it's a lot of drama in places like that.
A lot of drama?
Yeah.
Why?
Or just people I don't know.
People don't give a fuck.
Well, people don't give a fuck, and then there's the guys that really give a fuck.
Oh yeah,
so
they give too much of a fuck.
They're like in conflict with one another.
Yeah, they're trying to promote themselves.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
they're trying to act like a hard ass. I know exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it was like. Even though I was only at Target for a couple of months, there was people like that were just real. Like, man, it's just do your job. You don't bug me,
bro. It's crazy because most of the people that are like that do the least amount of work.
Yeah,
they just like boss people around.
Yeah, or try to.
Yeah, because I tell you what, there was I was in something that was called inbound. So the trailers, they would come in, and then they would have this conveyor belt that would go into the back of the trailer. Mm-hmm. And what would happen is you would start at the front, and there'd be boxes from the floor all the way up to the top. And so I was a thrower, so I would throw boxes on a conveyor line.
Yeah,
and you would work your way to the back of the truck, and as you did, there was like a little mechanism on the conveyor belt with switches and stuff. That way you can move it up and down. Because if you have to step on a stool and you're way up here and you have to take boxes and hand them down to somebody, you can make the conveyor belt do this right here. That way you can just lay it on there if you're by yourself. Mm. And you'd have these people that would come in there and be like, "Hey man, can you throw the boxes faster?"
Oh shit!
And we're not on production, right? And so sometimes you'd get trailers that have like, you know, that bed I had in there that came in a box.
Yeah,
you have stuff like that, and they'd be like, "Well, we need you to throw.
We need you to fucking throw it.
We need you to throw 1,000 of these an hour.
You don't have a choice.
I'm
better get to eating some spinach.
I'm like, dog, these are like 100 pounds, and there's I got like 3 trailers of this I got to do. I like,
yeah, but you was getting paid good though, wasn't you?
I was getting paid good, but if I was on production, I'd be getting paid even more.
Bro, I was on production at MDI.
Fuck MDI. You and me both, buddy.
Oh Jalon? Yeah, I got you a job there, didn't
Jalon was there too.
Fucking Jalon.
That's fucking crazy.
Bro, I put y'all on that shit.
You really did. I remember that shit too.
Fuck that place.
Yeah. Jalon, I remember always seeing him. He looked so tired, and he'd be like, "Man, I was running the freezers and stuff."
He always works the damn early fucking shifts, dude.
And
then he'd leave, and then come back at night,
bro.
And then work till like 11, and then he would be there at 5 o'clock the next morning, and work till say 9.
Damn.
And then he'd leave and come back at like 8 and work till like 11 or 12.
Oh yeah.
It was like, dude, why not just work while you're there? Work your 8 hours while you're there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I did a couple 12-hour shifts there too.
Yeah.
Fuck that, bro. Fuck that.
Were you
like 2 6s? Damn. I think that's what it was, or something like that.
Bro, but what was it called? My work choice.
My work choice. Yeah. Yep.
Bro, they weren't on production.
No, well, you still had to. You still had to make it.
You still had to make it, but you didn't get paid more for it.
Yep. Oh, I think you did though. I think if you went past it, you had to make production. You had to make 100%. And if you don't, like several times in a row after you've been there for like 6 months, then they'll like give you a warning.
Right.
And then if you don't do it again for another while, then they'll give you another warning. And if you don't do it again, I think they fire you.
Damn. That's crazy.
That is pretty crazy. That's really crazy. I kind of...
Dude, I remember training people in that motherfucker.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, it's a hard job, but I know a few people in there that made a lot of fucking... I know a lot of people made a lot of fucking money through MDI. A lot of money.
Those type of warehouse jobs, you can make a lot of money, but you will have to work a lot of hours. Like at Target, there was a guy that was on forklift, and he would only work on forklift because he got really good at it, right? And so since it wasn't on production, but they acted like it was. Yeah. They wanted the people that could get the pallets out as quick as possible, so they let the best forklift drivers just drive all the time.
Yeah.
This dude was working 60 hours a week, but he was making $88,000 a year.
Yep.
On a warehouse job.
Yeah, bro. Some that's MDI crazy. People's making that much too.
Yeah. And that's good.
Definitely. Yeah, bro. That's a lot of fucking money.
Bro, you remember getting them long-ass tickets? You're like, fuck.
Oh, yeah. Like dairy.
Yeah.
Getting like 300-piece tickets. I swear to God, I got a couple 300. Actually, there was one time I got a 400-some-piece ticket from fucking dairy.
While you're picking that 300-piece ticket, there's this one guy that's going around doing 15-piece fucking tickets all day long.
All day fucking long. I swear to God. And then they would be there.
And then you go up to the window, you'd be like, hey, can I get one of them short ones? They're like, no, I just give you what's on top.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, give them what's on top.
On God. Yep, seniority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking bullshit, dude.
It is fucking bullshit.
They have favorites there or something like that. That's how
definitely
it was at
would.
the other place.
Yeah, they would give you like 1 or 2 piece tickets.
They'd give us the bullshit trailers that have 100-pound furniture in it, and then somebody else get one that has fucking goddamn plushies or something in it.
Yep.
Yeah. They could
Hell no.
1 or 2 piece tickets.
Or a 200 piece produce
Call
ticket.
for like 8 minutes and they do it in a minute and a half.
Yep, exactly.
They knew how to play the system in that motherfucker.
Yep.
I'll tell you what.
200 piece tickets, and then they gave us 200 piece tickets that they would give us like 30 minutes to do, but in reality, with all the produce and having to stack shit a certain type of way because it's all wonky,
Bro,
and it takes us like 2 hours to fucking do.
Wouldn't you have to be careful too, not to bruise? Like, say if they were, did you ever have to like stack bananas or something like that?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
No, we wasn't in produce.
You
But
wasn't.
you
Wasn't in produce. You worked in grocery.
Was Jalon in produce?
I worked in produce.
You worked in produce?
Yeah, I worked in fucking produce. I remember you
Somebody
worked in
showed
grocery.
Somebody showed me a stack.
Yeah, that's fucked
That
up.
is right. That
you
is
got the
right.
easy ones.
Nah.
And you didn't have to. Yeah, and you didn't have to work in the motherfucking cold.
Jalen had to work in the cold.
No,
I
Jalon
only
worked in the
grocery probably.
He worked in the freezer.
Jalen worked in the fucking freezer.
I remember him seeing
Bro,
a
we
video.
weren't
of him,
even
like,
supposed to
his-
work in the
his
fucking
dreads
freezer.
had icicles coming off of them.
Or meat. We wasn't supposed to work in meat
Yeah,
either.
I never pulled meat. I went in the freezer twice.
I pulled a couple meat. I never worked in the freezer. Never did I ever. Luckily.
Bro, it was,
Luckily, yeah.
It was like sledding in there,
But
bro.
produce, bro, that's the main spot that I work, produce and dairy. And produce, bro, I remember, bro, you didn't have to work produce?
Yeah, I worked produce. That's where
What
they start
the
everybody.
fuck? Yeah, that shit was shitty. Having to stack the motherfucking potatoes on the bottom.
It was the best way. It's the only way, bro.
Potatoes on the bottom.
It's the only
Then you
way.
go through getting the getting like other fruit and shit.
Bro, I just
And
remember.
then you get the bananas.
I remember fucking. I know you say you pulled a couple 12s.
Uh-huh.
Bro, did you ever get dyslexic in that motherfucker talking to that system?
Yes, bro. And
You stand there saying the number, and you weren't saying the right number, but
and
you
you're
thought
like,
you
what?
was.
Bro, I swear to God, I slung the fucking things a few times. I slung the damn device across the goddamn place several fucking times and then ran over it with the fucking pallet jack.
Yeah,
I was like,
fuck
you
that
goddamn
shit.
motherfucker.
You have to reset
I would
that
get
motherfucker.
pissed. Yeah, fuck that shit. I'll reset it by throwing it on the goddamn ground.
Sit there and
Yeah,
say
fuck that,
say
bro.
that fucking holder number
Yeah, I had to say
17 fucking times, and you're like, fuck, I've been
Fuck.
saying it wrong the whole fucking time.
Yeah, because you say fucking O and it wants you to say 0. You're like, oh, you're like 7032. And you're like, she's like, sorry, say again.
Yeah.
Or some shit like that. I didn't get that.
Was it like a device that you had to talk to or something?
Yeah,
like
well,
that? Like a little
it was
automated.
it was a thing. You had
Uh-huh.
a belt, and it was it was blue.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
Bro, I swear it looked like a whale.
Yep. Low
With,
key, a
like-
small whale.
Like if you chop the tail part off of a whale
Mhm.
and just had the
Yep. A big clunky device.
yeah, and then you had this one flimsy ass motherfucker connector.
Yeah,
If that
fuck
connector,
that.
if you had a headset like this, that the connector went to the device,
Yeah.
and the connector was so damn flimsy, bro. I remember finding one because you could never find the belts,
Yeah.
and you could never find a good headset.
I never found a belt.
You
I
didn't?
never had one, no.
Bro, I found a belt like my 3rd or 4th day of being there, and I still have that motherfucker at my house
Really?
to this day.
And the shitty gloves.
Yeah, fuck the gloves.
Fuck those gloves. And Seth, I'm telling you, and you're out there in the fucking cold, and then you have to. I'm telling you, the thing that he's talking about, the little device, it's as big as one of those candles over there. You see that green candle right there?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
It's like having that candle clipped to your side.
Wouldn't that be uncomfortable?
Sometimes
like
without a belt. I never had a belt, so I just had to clip it to my pants.
God damn.
And then
I had to put it in my hoodie pocket sometimes.
Yep. And then sometimes it would fall out. And then whenever it fell out, it would
Fucking-
yank
Fucking
the
battery.
headphones.
Dude, that piss you the fuck off.
Yeah,
dude.
because there's So like you have like a half a headphone, right? It's like a headset.
Oh, it's like one of those old Xbox 360 headsets.
Yeah, it's like you're working at McDonald's.
I swear to God,
Little
yes.
flimsy ass.
I swear to God, that's
headsets.
exactly what it is. And then the connector.
God damn, I hate those things.
Imagine the connector is flimsy as fuck for your Xbox controller.
Yeah.
It's so fucking flimsy,
Just
like
falls the
it
fuck out.
barely, yeah, like a thought ass controller.
It didn't even clip in
port.
like a iPhone charger. It just
No.
clipped onto it, and there was connections on both sides.
Barely.
So
God
like it
damn.
didn't even plug into it. It just butted up against
So
it.
shitty.
And if the
And
clip,
you're supposed to work with that thing?
yeah,
and
like, move around and
the
do
people
shit?
you don't remember the people at MDI had a fucking scanner.
yeah,
And they would
had
ride
on
around.
a fucking finger.
The people that actually worked for MDI, we worked at MDI, but we didn't work for MDI. We worked for my work choice, but we worked at MDI. And the people that worked for MDI could go around. They would be the ones that get the small ass tickets. They would hand them the small ass tickets and make us do the big ass tickets. And then they would have a scanner too. So we would have the same amount of time as them to do shit.
So they got like a preferential treatment. They got better equipment.
Absolutely.
And a lot better tickets.
Yep.
But we got to choose our hours. That was the only thing.
Yeah,
that
we
was the
did get to
only
choose
reason why I didn't
Yeah.
ever sign that fucking contract.
And they had to do full time, and they had to,
overtime whenever the
do
fuck
overtime.
they needed it.
yep, you had to work overtime.
So they were like a full-time job for them. Like they didn't really have the lean. They didn't really get to
Leniency.
choose their schedule like you did. But
Yep.
the trade-off
Right.
was that you got real shitty tickets and you got shitty equipment.
Yep, that's the
I
trade
don't
off.
know. I mean, I guess,
I don't know.
did you get paid the same?
No, they got paid more.
I would have picked.
I mean, and of course,
Plus, they got
full-time.
production.
Yeah, production.
yeah, and of course they'd get paid more because they got shorter tickets, and then they could do it in a shorter amount of time.
Have 285%.
Why
at
they
the
had 'em on
fucking end of the
production.
day.
Exactly.
because they can get more done.
Yeah, 200 some percent. There was a few people in there with 200 some percent, and I'm
Bro,
like,
I still got a picture. I think my highest percent at the end of a day was like 170.
bro, mine would be like that if I'm working like a 2-hour day. That was like a like a 2-hour day, and then
Bro,
I would get all short tickets. That's the only way that would ever
I
happen.
remember busting my ass in that motherfucker, bro.
Yep.
Fuck that. I ain't
Yeah.
never
Fuck
doing
that.
I ain't never doing nothing
I
like
remember
that
when
ever
you guys
again.
worked at that place. I remember hearing that all the time. Like, well, from Jalon especially, it'd be a long ass day.
And then you stack a whole bunch of fucking produce on a goddamn big ass pallet.
Yeah,
And
Go
then-
around a fucking corner, you gotta
and
pick
the
all that
bitch
fucking
falls-
shit up, dude.
Fuck. Every fucking time.
let me tell you that stuff would happen with the at Target with people on the forklifts.
Uh-huh.
If the forklift, it could turn on a dime, right? But
Yeah.
people would they'd have their pallet on there, but they would have stuff on the pallet that wasn't wrapped up.
Yeah.
And so they would be trying to get stuff. You don't really have much space either. You got to turn in a real tight area, and they turn too quick, and everything that they had stacked on that box would go flying across the floor
Yep.
into like 4 other people's work area, and then
Yes,
you have
sir.
to figure out whose boxes are whose. You use scanner guns to figure out where they go.
Oh, God.
I remember because I didn't have the tool that you guys had. I had a scanner gun, and when I used the scanner gun, it would have the items attached to that trailer, and then it would tell me how many I need to stack on each pallet and which needs to go in which area. And you would label stuff. You type it in there, and be like, boop, 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 and then it would print something out of the computer.
Yeah.
And I'd go grab it and put it on the stickers, and then I'd move it to that pallet that I set up. Or they would have these things that were like a train. It'd be like big metal crates, and you'd put it in those, and then a machine would come, or a person on one of these machines would come and attach to it, and you'd see them drive off and have like 5 of these carts with boxes stacked up on it real high.
Yeah.
And that's how that stuff worked. It's kind of like organized chaos.
Yeah. Yeah, then the shitty thing is at MDI, whenever you did go across one of those corners and then you fucking drop everything, you drop
Motherfuckers
everything.
passing you, bro.
Motherfuckers
They
passing.
won't help you for fucking
No, they
shit,
won't.
dude.
They won't do shit for
because
you.
they're in a hurry too. They're trying to get their shit and get the fuck out of there.
It's like being on a fucking highway. It was like that in that place.
Yep. Nobody
remember-
gave a fuck
I
if you
remember
dropped
helping
all your
people, though.
shit.
I remember helping people though.
Yeah, I remember.
But
You would
I
fuck yourself
guarantee you,
over.
I
though.
guarantee you one goddamn thing. If I drop some shit early in the fucking day and a motherfucker passed me, and later
Yep.
on in the fucking shift, if he dropped that shit and I pass it, I'm fucking going. I ain't
Yeah, fuck
fucking
that
stopping.
guy.
Nothing.
Yep.
Fuck that shit.
Damn it, man.
Mm-mm.
Bro, I would go past people and beep the fuck out of them. There used to be a little beeper on the pallet jacks.
On the forklifts or
I would spam it. I would be like beep 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 beep.
Bro, that would happen in Target, and you'd have like 20 different people doing it at the same time.
Oh yeah,
and
we would have that too.
And the goddamn
it just fucking echoes.
The plant, the people, they would have people over certain like districts of the warehouse. And he'd be looking around. He'd be like, "What the fuck's going on?" Like all these that going on. Because that guy would think that something happened. It's like, no, just everybody just fucking around, you dumbass. But
go ahead.
Oh no, I'm done. I'm finished.
Bro, did you ever get to you're like, you're picking this shit. It's a bunch of little boxes.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck. I hope I can make it to the fucking plastic wrapper.
Oh, yeah.
Because you remember that fucking thing that goes around the damn pallet, plastic wraps the shit.
There was a couple times I would press it and then it would hit it. The plastic wrapper.
And fucking knock that shit over.
Yep.
And then you got people fucking waiting on you.
Yep.
To fucking pick this shit up, dude.
There was a couple times where I had it wrapped and then the wrap machine didn't wrap. It couldn't get around to wrapping the bottom of it to the pallet.
Right.
It would just wrap the top shit. And then I would go around a corner or some shit.
And all of that shit.
I would think that I had it like done for. I'm like, yes, I'm ready. And I can go as fast as it. Because whenever you have it strapped down to the pallet and it's not leaning, usually you can take those corners pretty good. But sometimes they just whenever it's not wrapped to the pallet itself, the whole thing will fall down.
It will come off, but it would be like a whole... It'll all be bunched together.
Imagine like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but like absolutely fucking falling down. Yeah. 2 of them.
I remember kicking shit in there too. Fucking falling, fucking
kick
a fucking tomato or some shit.
Fuck that tomato. Yeah.
Like, you ain't getting this motherfucker.
Bro, I remember
I'll pick all this shit up, but that motherfucker's over there.
Yep. And then like fruit, and then sometimes like a box of fruits or vegetables or some shit would fall out and then they're all over the ground and then sometimes they just like pick it all up, put it back in the box and then put it back on there.
That stuff would happen at Target
So
too.
whenever talking into the camera to fucking everybody because we got a fucking camera now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Whenever you get fruits and vegetables from the motherfucking grocery store,
wash them motherfuckers.
Wash that shit off. For real.
Bro, you remember the trays of strawberries that had like the little plastic individual?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do remember
People would drop them and like leave a couple of them off.
Yes, they would. Yep.
Like they would only pick 2 or 3 of them up instead of all 6.
What the fuck?
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck that shit.
Dude, I remember having some bad fucking days in there, bro.
How often would you have like damaged products and stuff like that you'd have to move?
What do you mean?
So like when you were moving stuff, did you ever notice like some of the stuff was like fucked up, but you were like, who gives a shit? I'm going to move the
wrap that shit anyways.
Yep.
That's how at Target.
Especially that fucking orange juice and shit, bro.
Oh, yeah.
What it was like, I'm sure Target was about the same, but there was like slots of a bunch of the same shit. And you would just go by and pick 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody would pick the bad ones because they didn't want to stack them. But if it was the only one left, you had to get that motherfucker.
Yeah. Sometimes you couldn't skip it.
Yeah.
When you would get to a truck, you wouldn't know what was in there until you opened up the door.
Yeah.
And then you'd work your way. I've had some situations where you'd have these boxes, and I remember one time I was carrying one, and I was put it on a conveyor belt, and it started leaking everywhere. It was a bunch of shampoo bottles that had ruptured. And so then it got all over the conveyor belt. Shampoo all over the conveyor belt.
Sweet.
Jalon called me.
Jalon? Well, let's fucking call him. Yeah, call. You gotta put him up to the mic though.
I will when he answers, or if he answers.
If he answers.
Yeah.
Bro, sip. And sometimes, I don't know if you remember this, Mason, but whenever there was shit like that, whenever there was shit that kind of got damaged, that was partially damaged, and there was like the last one left, they would take it and put it in the store, in the cafeteria.
Oh, yeah, sometimes they would, yeah.
And then they would, sometimes they would.
They would sell it for a discount.
And they would sell it. They would like, you can get like an orange juice that has a dent in it. Just an orange juice bottle that had a dent in it. Mm-hmm. And they couldn't sell it or some shit. Because, like, the rest of the, like, it would come in, like, a big package, and then maybe the whole entire package dropped, and then the rest of them just spewed out everywhere, and then that one was just had a little bit of dent in it. They would sell it to you for, like, 50 cents.
Did y'all have, like, a commons area, like a almost like a cafeteria area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there was hot food every day, and then you could also buy like frozen meals and shit. And then they also had what they called a C-store, which was like chips and drinks and stuff like that.
Did y'all ever go to that store and like? Is that where y'all would eat y'all's lunch usually?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
that place?
I would.
Yeah. No. I'm pretty sure you couldn't pack your lunch.
I think you could. You probably could.
I always left and either went to Wendy's or Bojangles or something.
Oh yeah, I would do that too sometimes. I would do that because I would
I'd
just
be
right
driving
up the
back
road.
and I'd be like, damn, I really don't want to go back up in this motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, once you leave, you're like, God damn it, I'm not doing this again.
You don't want to come back.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's like a prison that you get paid to be there.
Who the fuck?
Go Dara.
Oh,
Sierra.
Go ahead and drop your stuff and get on this podcast.
Yeah, it's already set up.
No, not yet. We can.
Damn.
You can eat your dinner after this podcast. Because Sierra. Oh fuck.
Damn it.
Damn it. No, Sierra, you're just gonna have to eat your dinner later. As long as you're gonna be a good guest as well.
But back to the job thing.
I know.
I worked at UPS for a seasonal job.
Yeah.
So I was a driver helper during like Christmas and
You said
shit.
you want coffee? Yeah.
How was that?
It was pretty cool. They picked me up at my house.
I think Lennon's doing something like that now, or he's working for the
Post office.
The post office.
Does he work for the post office?
Yeah,
I believe
he does.
so. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's a good fucking job to have, dude.
Good benefits. I remember that last time we talked to him on the podcast. He was talking about how you get like state benefits or something like that.
Yeah.
Ethan and Fernando go into detail about that whenever I was talking to them. Did you listen to that whole thing, Seth?
No, I didn't get to listen. I'll listen to
Does Fernando work there too?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Of it.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
How long's he been there?
I don't know. I didn't ask him. I should have asked him that. Maybe I did ask him, actually. I just don't remember. Oh, no. You need to turn your mic on. Oh, my God.
Damn.
That's
Here.
a little close. Wait.
Here,
I don't know if this chair is like. We might need to put a pillow back here, so I can like
maybe.
sit up.
I don't even know if you can see you.
Yeah.
You know if you can see Sierra in the camera?
It's hard to tell from back
I
here.
know.
I can't really.
Yeah,
I feel like
can't
I
see.
need to sit like right here.
You can't see?
I can't see.
Oh, it's okay. I think it can see you, Sierra. I think you'll be good.
I really want to eat my dinner though. But I know that the one in Taylorsville was hiring, like the post office was hiring for the longest time.
You get what do you start at? I think like about $20 an hour or something.
Yeah.
I think it's
That's
more
pretty
than that.
good.
They
Yeah,
work
probably.
a long time though.
Sometimes.
More money.
Yeah.
You work as long as it takes you.
As long as it takes you.
As long as it
Yeah.
takes you to run your route.
Yeah.
And you'd get better at it over time too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, you definitely get used to it.
It's like
I've
driving
s-
a bus.
I've seen videos of like Lennon on Snapchat, and he'd be on Snapchat, and he'll be just delivering the mail at the same time,
Yeah.
and having a conversation with somebody across the street.
Yeah, definitely. He said that a lot of those trucks break down, though.
Oh, really?
A lot of those trucks are old as fuck. Like those mail trucks.
Yeah.
They
It'd
look
be
like the
this-
same ones from the 80s.
I swear to God, they are.
Have you ever seen pictures of like the new versions that they come out with though? They look weird.
No. I don't. Oh, yeah.
The electric ones?
Yeah, I have seen them. Yeah, definitely.
Fuck yeah.
You fuck with those electric ones, Seth?
I've never seen one.
Never seen one?
No, I've never seen one.
Damn it. That just automatically makes me think of this the damn remote controlled submarine.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, God.
You keep
damn.
sending me memes about it, and I think it's so funny.
There's so many memes
he
about
sent me
it
some
now.
shit too, and I was looking at it, and I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah,
That
it'll
is
be
pretty
like
funny.
you know the notification that you get on Xbox whenever your remote
Like,
controller
controller
disconnects.
disconnected.
It'd be like a submarine like going down into the ocean, and then it'd be like remote controller disconnected.
Bro,
And then it just
have
blows
you
up.
seen
Low batteries or something.
Have
Yep.
you seen like the diagram for that thing? Like
What do
how
you
big
mean?
it was?
Yeah.
Bro, it was a
I saw
fucking
the
Pringles
video.
can, dude.
Yeah.
I know.
And they had two monitors, and then a button, and then the remote control, and then they had like a window, and right next to the window was a toilet.
Wow.
I couldn't imagine
Yeah.
sitting in the same fucking spot for 4 days.
Oh man, it was 4 days. I didn't know
96 hours. They had 96 hours.
24.
Well, I think they had 96 hours of
Oxygen. Right.
But I don't think that the trip itself was 96 hours.
It was a 2-hour trip. They got to. It takes 2 hours to get down there, and they got to the 1 hour and 45 minute mark, and that's when they lost contact.
So because they already knew. They knew that like Sunday night that they had already like passed. They just didn't.
They just didn't tell anybody till Friday.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing.
They had a sonar or something. From what I heard, is that the U.S. Navy had like a sonar that picked up the explosion.
Yeah,
bro.
But they didn't say nothing about it.
No, see, the thing is, the U.S. Navy has the detection. Their detection system detected that it was there, and that the whole thing happened before anybody else, and they knew that it wasn't that. They knew that the shit had fucked up before anybody else, and then but the news media just didn't tell anybody that.
I wonder why they did.
Wonder why they did what?
I wonder why they just didn't come right out and say, "Hey, they're dead."
Just to prolong the story.
Oh,
that would be my guess. Is to just prolong the story.
Prolong the distraction.
Yeah, and it could be a distraction.
I know, we talked about it last night.
Yeah, it could be a distraction for a whole bunch of other shit.
Well, what's some other stuff that's like going on right now?
Hunter Biden.
There was a
yeah, I heard a little bit about that.
You said what, Mason?
What did you say?
Hunter Biden.
Oh yeah.
What was you gonna say?
That there's been a Apache helicopter crash in Alaska.
Oh shit!
There's been a couple train derailments. I can't remember where they were, and then there was a shooting last night in Iowa.
America? Oh, I mean the
Illinois. That's where it was.
The other the derailments.
Yeah.
So you think that is to cover up all that?
I don't know if it's to cover up that because it's in the news too, but
yeah,
it's obviously not as big as this.
Yeah.
Submarine.
What kind of shooting was in?
It was I don't know if it was a nightclub or if it was like a concert type setting.
Yeah.
But one person died and the other one's still serious.
I was just telling Sierra that I think that there's so much other shit out there that happens that is just as significant, if not more, than this submarine incident. And they don't show any of that. They don't show anything like that. They only show what they want you to see.
Right.
Which is crazy as fuck. I
mean, we've known that for years.
Yeah. Well, we have, but a lot of people don't believe it.
Right.
Don't believe that there's more to it.
They just get their information from like one source.
Yeah.
And then they just run with it.
Yeah. Like CNN, MSNBC.
Yeah. I know some people that do that.
Yeah. Yes, don't we all? Damn it. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And sometimes, they think that, well, there are, some conspiracy theories, that you think of and you're like, damn, I mean, that's wild as fuck. And then later on, it comes out to be true. Mm-hmm. And it turns out a lot of them conspiracy theories that people believe are conspiracy theories are not conspiracy theories. They're actually true. And it's just, I guess it's just counted as conspiracy because it's not, there's not enough evidence in the moment, or people don't want to touch on it and they want to say that it's a lie or some shit.
Yeah. And a lot of times when it comes out to be true, people don't even care anymore at that point. They're already on to the next thing.
Moved on.
Yeah, they're already on to the next thing.
Exactly. Like COVID shit.
Yeah. Yeah. When a lot of the stuff for that was revealed, it was like, hey, this is old news, man. This is like, we're talking about that 2 or 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's focus on this.
They do that on purpose, though. They reveal stuff that we've already known so that we don't care as much anymore.
Or Black Lives Matter.
Well, yeah, that's another one.
Or I think that sometimes, media, they'll just bring shit up like that to just to have something to talk about, just to be entertainment in that very moment.
It's a business too, so they have to keep generating views somehow. So
exactly, because they get paid on views.
They get paid on it, and
advertisement revenue.
There's a lot more competition for them now than what it used to be like back in the 90s and 80s.
Yeah.
So, and they probably have a lot less viewers, I'd say. You know, if you look at like their actual, because they don't ever talk about how many people they have actually watching their shit. Somebody be like, "How many viewers you got compared to last year?" Like, well, we don't even talk about that.
Yeah, definitely.
They don't want to talk about the numbers.
Yeah, like Fox and CNN, MSNBC.
I bet you their numbers are nowhere near what it was like 20 years ago.
And nowadays, like big podcasts are generating more views than they actually, or just YouTubers in general are generating more views than the actual
well, that's what I was going to say.
mainstream
Like,
medias.
Like there's so many different, like this fucker right here.
Mhm.
I don't got to watch the news. I got this motherfucker.
Exactly. For real. The internet to access a whole bunch of other
You can do whatever
shit.
the fuck you want. Anything you want to know is like on this thing.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think about.
Exactly.
Just about anything.
Yeah, a lot of shit.
Like, the thing is, too, like, there's, like, the Tucker Carlson thing. You know about that, Mason?
Can't say I do.
You don't know? Do you know Tucker Carlson?
I don't think so.
Damn it. He was on Fox. He used to be on Fox. He used to be one of the...
Anchors.
No, I don't think that you would consider
He had his
him
own
an
show.
anchor.
He used to be an anchor. I'd say he was on
He
like
used to
Fox and
be.
Friends.
An anchor,
And then
wasn't he? Isn't our anchor...
News anchors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A news anchor is
Oh,
like
shit.
It's the people that talk and tell you information.
For some reason, I thought
Yeah.
that was just like weather
Weather
man.
anchor?
Yeah, weather anchor. Weather anchor.
I wonder where they got the name anchor from, because when I hear anchor, I think of like an anchor
Ship.
for a ship.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? That don't
Something
make
that the
sense.
fucking submarine didn't use.
Well, maybe it dropped an anchor
It
and
needed
couldn't
a
get back up.
floaty, is what it needed.
Yeah.
Rick Ross
They
posted
should have took some Flex Seal with them
I
or
don't
some
think
shit.
anything could have saved him.
Flex Seal. You said what,
I
Mason?
don't think anything could have saved him.
Bro.
Who the fuck gets in
You
a
know
Pringles
what?
can and goes like 5 miles into the ocean?
You know what Rick Ross posted? He was like, I'm not a seologist or anything. He said, listen, I'm not a seologist or anything, but why the fuck didn't they have a long ass cord that reached down and was attached to a ship above? And then whenever it went all the way down there and something happened, and as soon as they get disconnected, they can just press a button and send that shit back up.
Bro,
You know what? I wonder that shit too.
You're not going to be able to pull it back up.
Yeah, but it's the reason that it blew up though. The whole reason that it blew up is because they lost connection, and then it basically withered down into deeper and deeper sea, and then it got there was more and more pressure that got put on it.
It's supposed to be able to go down there to the Titanic, because the Titanic's on the bed of the ocean. It can't get any deeper than that.
Well, after it loses connection, and then after so long as well, you know. Oh shit, Jalon's calling. Hold on, Jalon. But after it loses connection, and then after so long, it has so much pressure that it can withstand.
Mm-hmm.
So once it withstands that pressure, that amount of pressure that it can, and the oxygen, of course. So the the thing that was sent, that the submarine is only supposed to withstand so much pressure for such however much amount of time.
96 hours.
Well, I think that was the oxygen.
Yeah, that was the
But
oxygen,
that may be the pressure too. So after that amount of time, it starts to implode because of the pressure. And
right,
then
it's like anything.
It's like
and then once that's cracked, once it's cracked and it gets on the inside,
It's fucked.
then the people are killed immediately.
Yeah, like
they were
it's
killed.
instantaneous.
Yeah, because the pressure got to them, and then it was way more than they could withstand, because there's certain thresholds of pressure once you get under the sea.
Bro,
It's
it's
like
crazy.
6,000 pounds per square inch
Yeah.
Yo, Jalon.
at that depth.
I heard something about how they didn't even do like any test runs beside one.
They didn't.
And it only went like 30 meters
You know,
down.
the material that they used was it was like a carbon fiber that was out of date for airplanes. So it was past its shelf life.
Mm-hmm.
And so he got it for cheaper. The guy that died was the CEO of it.
Jalon.
I was like, "Lee, you dumb motherfucker."
Yeah, bro. Where you at?
At least he got his family some money. You think they're going to sue?
You said you're on the way?
Company?
I don't know. It's too early to tell. Maybe the other people
All
that
right,
were
bro.
involved,
Like the
might.
family members
far
of
away
the other
are you?
people.
They might.
But I mean, they probably had to sign a bunch of stuff and like contracts and stuff, so you never know.
Well, it was an experimental design too.
Yeah.
The people that were supposed to rate it for safety didn't get to rate it for safety.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like coming out with an airplane and then not having people.
Hey, but peace.
You remember the 737 crashes with the airplanes from Boeing, where it was two different airplanes. They made a new airplane, and they didn't do all the safety requirements for it. And two of these planes crashed, and like over 500 people died.
I didn't know about that.
They grounded all the planes.
That was a while back.
That was 2019. And then right after that's when COVID happened. That's why you didn't really hear too much about it, probably.
Yeah. My uncle used to fly planes like that because he was in the Air Force.
Seth about did.
Yeah, I about went and got my pilot's license. That's what I did my senior project on. I used to taxi. I was taxiing planes, driving them on the airfield.
That's crazy as fuck.
I can't even remember what I did my senior project on, to be honest.
You can't remember?
I did mine on robotics and like...
Robotics?
Yeah.
You and everybody else?
No, like AI
what?
intelligence and stuff like that.
Oh, I do remember what I did mine on. Fucking the benefits of exercise.
Oh, that's
child.
what everybody did theirs on.
Yeah.
Like exercise and shit.
Yeah.
There was like one thing that everybody did theirs on. I think it was like health and robotics.
It's so easy. It was so easy.
Just
mine
easy
was
shit.
pretty easy too.
I did mine on financial literacy.
Yeah, we get it. You're cool, whatever.
What the fuck ever. We're waiting on Jalon. Jalen's going to be here in 15 minutes.
Nice.
Once Jalon gets here, I'm leaving and eating my dinner.
Okay. Well, that's fine. We don't want you on here anyways.
Yeah.
She'd be a surprise guest.
I know you don't.
No, yeah. Sierra lost my hoodie.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm about to expose the fuck out of you, Sierra.
What did you do?
BS.
What, did you just
BS.
leave it
I'm
at
just
work
going to
or
mention
something?
it's BS.
No. So let me tell you. Yesterday, we got back from getting these two chairs right here. And we get them in the box and everything, get home. And as we're coming in, I throw Sierra my hoodie. I'm like, here, just take this in, and I'm going to grab this big-ass box. Because she got the small chair. I got the big-ass box with the big-ass chair. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, here, take this hoodie real quick. She took my hoodie, came inside. I came inside, and then we put the chair and shit together, put it all together. And then everything's all good. We go to sleep. I wake up this morning, and I'm looking for my fucking hoodie because I'm cold. Looking everywhere for it. I looked everywhere. And then I said, Sierra, what did you do with my hoodie? Did you find my hoodie? And Sierra's like, no, you had it last. Knowing good and fucking well that I didn't have it last. I gave it to her. And I looked everywhere. She supposedly looked everywhere. Nowheres. It's nowheres.
Where do you think you left it at, though?
I swear, he has two of them. One of them is in his parents' closet at home.
No, it's not. It's here.
That's that one?
Yes, that's the one that we've already fucking been through this. That's the one that I already brought here. I brought both of them here. The one that was here, because I didn't leave no.
Oh, sorry.
I'm
sorry. I can't see you. But
remember when you were talking about
the
how you were
only
worried
reason
about
why I'm asking.
Yeah, no, that's why I didn't sit over there.
The only reason why I'm asking, because when I went to go get that stuff, when I went to go get the clothes out of the hanger in the laundry basket, which was what, Thursday?
Uh-huh.
When I went through the clothes in your closet and I picked out certain hoodies, I saw it there. I saw that hoodie there.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you saw a different one with a ghost on it. I swear to God on my whole entire life, because I never put... I promise on Seth's life.
No.
And Mason's. I'll put it on Mason's too.
But anyways,
I'll put it on fucking everybody. I swear to God. I swear to God himself.
I believe I put it in the closet. He believes it's not that one.
I promise on my whole entire life, I never had it.
I lost it.
I never had either one of those in the closet. I don't know why you keep thinking that they're always in the fucking closet. You kept on saying that over and 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 over again.
I pulled the dirty clothes basket out 3 times and looked through each individual piece of clothing and put it back. I went through the whole closet, looked at all the hoodies, went through every single drawer, looked in the trash, looked in the ottoman, looked all the way around the bedroom.
And I still think that you threw it away. And you still... can't find it.
I don't know how I would throw it away.
You go look at all the
though.
trash cans
It'll
out
probably
there.
show
Yeah,
up
I
when you
looked in the
stop
trash
looking
cans
for it.
outside too.
I
You ever
know.
had that happen where when you stop looking for something, then it just you see it or find it one
Yeah,
day?
It's
I even
fucking
looked in like the
bullshit.
laundry room and stuff. I don't.
I know where you're gonna find it, Carson.
Where?
The last fucking place you look.
The car.
No.
'Cause
It's
as soon as you
might
find
be
it,
in
you're
your
gonna quit
car,
looking for it.
might be
That's
in
why.
your
But
that's the last
I
place you
looked-
look.
Yeah.
I also looked in both of our cars. Like I glanced. There weren't in the back seats. If there, it could be in the
Okay,
trunk.
Sierra,
but
okay.
we didn't go in the trunk.
Well, let's go back a little bit and think about this. So, I had all. So, okay, let's just go with the theory that there is a hoodie, right, that you believe is at my parents' house in a closet, right? Okay, we'll just go with that. So last night, where did we go? We left here. Where did we go?
We went.
I
to
grabbed my
Target.
hoodie. I grabbed my hoodie, went out the door, left here, and we went where?
Target, Home Goods, and Home Depot.
And then where would we go?
Home.
Here. We went straight back here, did we not?
Yeah.
Didn't stop at the house or anything. did
Yeah,
we?
I know.
Okay. So, and then on the way from the car to in here, I throw you my hoodie.
Yeah, I had my purse, my phone, that chair, and the hoodie. And I set it all down at the table. I put the chair down, went in the bathroom, and then I helped you with the box.
Yeah.
After that, you wanted me to fix up the closet. So I fixed up the closet, and I think I grabbed it, or you put it in the bedroom, and I picked it up, and I folded it and put it away. Because I do remember folding a hoodie and putting it away. I just don't remember which one, because I didn't actually look at it. I just turned, like, I had only seen the back of it. And every hoodie is black.
You talking about the one in the closet?
Yeah, I don't know if it was a sweatshirt, though, or if it was a hoodie. That's the thing. I can't remember.
I do remember because I was there
it was
today.
it was super late at night, too. And, like, I was so tired that I don't even think I was actually, like, I was on autopilot.
Oh, I thought you was talking about the one in the closet. Okay. So that completely debunks your theory of it being at my parents' house, because we was not at a single time at my parents' house between Target, Home
Well,
Goods.
I'm not saying that it's at your parents' house. I'm saying that is the one from last night, but you have a replica of that one at your parents'
No,
house.
the one that I lost is the replica of the one that's in the closet right now. I made 2 of those hoodies.
I know, and one of them, I don't even remember. I don't even remember, because I do know that one of them had rips in it.
Toss it in the fuck it bucket.
No,
Yeah.
no, I am not about to toss it in the
No,
fucking
he
bucket, because
won't.
that's
He
my
holds-
favorite fucking hoodie,
he
and I
hold-
wear that hoodie every fucking day.
He holds on to grudges.
Well, whenever it comes to my fucking hoodie that I wear every goddamn day.
I mean, you have 500 other
Is
ones,
that your favorite
too.
blankie?
Yes, it is. Okay, let me lose your fucking blankie.
No, please
Let me
don't.
lose. She's got her favorite fucking blankie
It's
in
my
there.
baby blanket, though. That's
yeah.
the thing. That's
so, and if I
different.
lost that, she would lose her fucking shit.
I don't even like when he touches it.
Exactly. So, if you lose my fucking hoodie, we just chuck it in the fuck it bucket?
Well, that's Mason's idea, not mine. I didn't bring it up.
See, it's bullshit.
Can we just
because-
blame it on Jimmy
Sorry, I'm
or
a bad
something?
therapist.
No, we cannot blame it on Jimmy, because Jimmy had nothing to fucking do with it. I gave it to you last and you lost it. I think you threw it away because it's nowhere's in here.
I didn't, because it wasn't in a box. Because I remember when I went to
Maybe it was with the trash.
I went to go flip the box around because I was about to use your keys. No, that was at the beginning. And I asked you for your knife again to cut the box open. And I flipped it over so nothing fell out of it. And the trash that was in my hand was plastic.
It just makes me want to look for it right now. I'm kind of looking over here, looking around for it right now.
I know. I've already looked. I've already searched the whole entire house. It's nowhere to be seen.
That's just bullshit.
I even opened that up, and
I know.
over
I
here.
looked too.
And I looked behind the cushions of the couch. It wasn't there.
So then, I still don't understand why you would think that it would be there. Whenever I explained to you beforehand that I had
I
2
didn't
of them
say
and I
that it
brought
was
both
there.
of them.
I wasn't saying. I said no, because there's one in the closet.
Yeah, I know.
So you like the one that she lost better than the one that you know where it is?
Yeah, because the one that I know where it is, that one right there is the first one that I made. It was just a rough draft, if you would, of the not the original, but of the actual one that I wanted. So I made one out of a champion hoodie, and then another one out of a off-brand hoodie that I put my brand name on it. Right.
The tag.
I put the tag as the tag.
Right.
So whenever you look at the tag, it says the Ace of Hearts brand instead of Champion.
Right.
And it's not a Champion hoodie. And that's the one that I wear every fucking day. And I even had some of the back of it a little bit worn down. It was a little bit worn down hoodie, so it looks like it gave it character. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what happened to it.
And it looks a little faded, and it looks pretty badass.
Damn.
And I wore it every fucking day.
Shit.
Was that your first like Ace of Hearts hoodie?
No,
Like
I
No.
wear his first one all the time because it's like a size small.
Yeah. Because I ordered a medium, and they
Damn.
sent me a small.
We got Carson in a bad mood now.
I know. I'm pissed now.
How long did you have that hoodie?
Bro, I've had it for a while now. Maybe about a year.
I think it was one of the last ones that you made before
Maybe
you
a-
made the hats.
Yeah, maybe a year and a half.
Can you not like just order another one?
Me?
Yeah.
Or her?
No, for like you.
He'd
Why
make
the
me.
fuck would I order it? I didn't lose
yeah,
it.
I'd have to pay for
She
it.
lost it.
Well, I mean, still, I'm just saying
It
like,
wouldn't
you
have
can-
the character.
Yeah, and
Wow.
it doesn't have the character. I even had some holes in it that I didn't make. It was holes in it that was made over time. It was just
hungry.
natural
so
holes.
It was like it was broke in. It was like comfortable
Yeah,
and
it was
stuff.
broke in some. Well, Jalen's gonna be here in a little bit, so you can
How
chill
long's
out.
a little bit though? Because his little
See,
bit.
this
and
is
your
why
little
we
bit
just
and
don't
my
need you
little
on the
bit.
podcast at all.
That's for
Is a
real,
little-
though. Jalen's 15 minutes is like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
I know.
yeah.
That's okay though.
I know, and I'm hungry.
We'll get off the hoodie in a little bit. We'll argue about it in a little bit because
I know.
we're on a podcast. Or you can just go ahead and order me one.
How much are
I
they?
don't have money. What do you mean?
Okay, I'll order it and then you can just pay me back.
You can just take it out of my tab.
Yep, I'll just put it on your fucking tab. I really cannot believe that hoodie's lost.
Damn.
But wait a little bit though. Let's just see if we find it first, and then wait.
No. Just for the principle of
He
the whole
wants
entire
3.
thing. I want 3 of them. Yeah, I want 3 of them to replace the
Are you
one.
sure I can't just eat my dinner right here?
Yes, I'm absolutely sure. And hear you smacking in the microphone.
Well, yeah, it is gonna be. You're gonna hear like crunchy sounds and.
I know. It's
Food.
gonna
Yeah,
be
we're gonna be trying
These
to
mics
talk.
pick up everything.
Yeah, we're gonna be trying to talk, and Sierra's gonna be.
Just gonna hear it off in the background.
Mmm.
It's
the fucking
sushi.
bag
it's not
rattling.
gonna be good
Your
for
head
very
back.
long, and I can't put it in the fridge either
Why can't you put it in the fridge?
because I just said it's sushi.
I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know anything about sushi.
You can't put sushi in the fridge, can you?
No, it'll taste disgusting. It's not as good.
It's meant to be ate like fresh, like
Yeah.
right off. Okay, I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, I'm sure 15 minutes won't make it bad.
Spoil it, maybe.
Yeah.
What kind of sushi?
It's called a firebomb. So it's
Okay, what
got
is it?
like chicken in it in the roll, and then it's the sushi rice, and then seaweed, and then on top of it it has imitation crab and a little bit of like real crab, and then on top I think is also there's another meat. I think it's scallops, and then there's jalapenos in it, sriracha, shrimp sauce, and then crunchies on top.
What the fuck is imitation crab?
Not real crab.
Yeah, it's
Then
like
what is it?
I don't know, but it looks different. You can real crab is like actually white and shredded, and then imitation crab is the kind of crab.
It's my crab.
Is it like
That-
a fish or something that they
Yeah,
made it
it's-
taste like crab?
Yeah, and then it's like it's more orange. I wonder. I don't know. I could probably show you a piece of it later. 'Cause it'll
orange or
probably-
orange?
Orange.
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 Orange,
Orange.
orange, orange.
Orange.
You say in
Orange.
between orange and orange.
Seth,
Orange.
the way you say yellow though cracks me up.
Yellow.
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 Yellow. I'm like,
Yellow.
what? Yellow. It's
Roof
yellow.
or roof?
roof.
Roof.
Hat or cap?
Say what?
Hat or cap?
Hat.
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 Oh. Syrup or syrup?
Syrup.
Huh?
He said syrup.
I
Syrup.
said syrup.
Yeah, I said syrup.
Syrup, syrup.
Tomato, tomato.
Potato,
Oh my gosh,
potato.
there's another. There's another word too. Oh, caramel.
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 I say it both ways, actually.
Home.
Oh, the way I say both.
Both.
Oh, both.
Is it both or both?
It's both.
Both.
BOTH,
Both.
both.
I say both.
Both.
Not BOAF. Both.
Both of them.
Both.
Both.
Or
Both.
BOLF. Both.
It's literally, can't fucking say it.
Boston. From Boston.
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 Some Boston.
Yeah, I am originally from upstate New York. Sorry.
Yeah, well. Do they lose hoodies up there too?
Everybody loses something.
No, not me. I never lose anything.
Damn.
Except for my mind.
Carson, you
Carson's
gotta go.
a winner.
A fucking winner. Damn right. Fuck yes.
Not now. He lost his hoodie. That means
no,
he's a loser.
I didn't lose my hoodie. You lost the hoodie. That means you're the loser.
Well,
I'm
I
still
lost
winning.
it
Yeah, Carson's
technically,
still-
but you did lose
no
it.
losses.
Yeah.
Yeah, no losses. I still get a brand new hoodie.
You're still taking no L's.
You get 3
No
hoodies.
L's.
I know.
Yeah.
And then we're going to find the old one, and then I'm going to be in debt another
I don't-
$100.
I don't even face L's no more. I really don't.
We should.
Nah.
No smoking in
I smoked
here.
a cigar with Jalon earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I saw
Seth,
that.
Seth tapped it a couple
yeah,
times.
it was a smooth cigar.
That was the first time I smoked
gonna get a
anything
ci-
in it.
You know what? I
What?
think I
Yeah,
might
you
get
cough a
c-
lung out.
No, I
I
didn't.
might get a damn cigar
You don't
box.
inhale it.
I might get a cigar box.
Yeah, you might as well. Jalon was telling me that you don't inhale it. I was inhaling
Don't fucking inhale
it.
it.
Just a little bit. Not like enough, though, because I was just like inhaling it just a little bit at a time.
When
I wasn't like,
You just tapping it.
yeah, I wasn't at like Jewel hitting it.
You
remember-
wasn't
smoking
whipping
a
it. You was
cigarette?
just tapping it.
Yeah.
Remember at Cam's when
Yeah.
we'd hotbox that whole entire room up there?
Yeah.
Hitting jewels and hitting those big ass.
The mods.
Yeah, those kids.
Box
Were
mods.
you, were
Yeah.
you with Were you with me and Thomas and Josh that time we were hitting fucking everybody's jewel at once?
Yes, at school.
No, it was at outside of High Life.
Oh shit.
We was in Thomas's. What the fuck was that called?
Maybe.
The
Actually, I think I was, bro.
I think you were there.
I think I was, bro. Bro, that shit is wild.
I think I have the picture to
I
incriminate.
remember
you.
that shit.
Mm.
You remember the picture to incriminate you?
To incriminate you.
Oh, me.
I have the picture to incriminate you.
I have a video
Of being
on,
there.
I have a video on my phone of me hitting like 6 joules at one time at school.
I think you showed me that video before.
Yeah.
Speaking of incriminating, have y'all been following the
I'm
Melly case?
hungry. That was my tummy like
Following
yelling
the
at
what?
me.
The Melly case?
The what?
Wine.
Oh yeah,
No, I
I've seen
haven't.
videos of them playing his songs in court and him and his lawyer like laughing.
Bro, apparently somebody came in the courtroom in an what do they call those things?
A ski mask.
Yeah, ski mask, like doing gang signs and shit. to
Oh,
him.
what the fuck? Damn it.
And he got really fucking pissed off.
Who?
Melly.
Bro,
Oh, shit.
he snitched on himself. I wouldn't want to be his lawyer.
Nah, bro. They're about to throw it out because they don't have any. They don't have any
Evidence.
evidence.
I bet there was a reason why he did it, though.
Do you think he did it?
He said that he did it.
Yeah, I heard that he turned himself in for
He
it.
turned himself in. He said that he did it.
Then why the
'Cause
fuck
I
do
was-
they have a trial?
I was supposed to go to his concert a couple days
for clout
before
or
he
something.
turned himself in.
No, they did a whole trial, and he said in jail or some shit because there was a murder, and he said that he committed the murder, and then they didn't have anybody that was linked to it. But the thing is that I just lost my fucking train of thought. See, that's
Thinking
why.
about that hoodie.
Yeah, thinking about that goddamn
Now you
hoodie.
pissed him off again.
Seriously, now I'm already pissed again.
Now he's
No.
mad at you.
You better fucking order that right now.
I'm just doing it on purpose at this point. Can I go eat?
No, Jalon. Do you see Jalon? Did you see Jalon walk through that door?
Yeah,
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
He's grabbing a drink.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't see him.
He's taking a pee in Seth's room.
No, now I done forgot what the fuck I was saying. So he walked in and he was like, I think he did it because
Look, speak of
Hey,
the devil.
now
Speak of
he's
the
fucking
devil.
gonna ring the doorbell. He's not even gonna walk in.
What a guy.
Hey, walk in, buddy. Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Dude.
Fuck yeah. We got Jalen.
Oh,
Damn,
fuck.
there goes the goddamn self.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
up, bro?
Jalen. What's up, Jason? Jason fucking T.
Hell yeah.
Jalon KT. Hey, y'all ladies are probably going to have to take it in that little room over there. Yeah. Sorry. We don't need y'all just yapping on
Have
in
a
the
seat,
background.
Yeah, man. Pop a squat.
Yeah, run it up.
Yeah, go ahead. And no, we can't have that. We can't have no smacking either while we're on the podcast. This is only professional shit. Only. We were just talking about Y&W Melly.
Yeah, I kind of want to get your perspective on this.
Yeah. Is my shit fucked up for you, buddy? Is that in your way?
Yeah,
Is that in your way?
hold up. Let me get
Situated.
There it is.
Oh.
Turn it
Yeah,
like this.
you're probably gonna have to
it
turn
like this.
Yeah.
Turn it like that.
You have to turn the tripod down at the bottom. To where, no.
There you go.
Now we're gonna have to listen to Jalon jerk off his fucking mic for the next 30 minutes.
Shut up. You should have had this shit set up.
I did have it set up,
Bullshit.
and then you came in here fucking with it.
There we go.
There we go. Oh fuck! I told you.
All right. There we go. Now I'm
Hell
chilling.
Now
Chilling
we're
like a
good.
villain.
There we go. Okay.
All right, so Melly.
Yeah, Y&W Melly.
I don't know if he's gonna get out, man. I don't think he's getting out.
You don't think he's getting out,
Bro, I heard they were about to drop it.
bro? Did you?
They
not,
might though.
Throw it
Did you not
out.
hear the trial? Have you
I
not been
heard
keeping
about-
up with the trial?
I've heard about a couple things, but
Haven't they been doing it live though? They've been doing the trial
I think so,
live.
yeah.
yeah, they might be. He might be getting out, but
He said that they didn't have no evidence.
that's what I heard
Elements.
too. I heard that the evidence that they had like has been tampered with, so like they're just gonna drop the whole shit. Pretty
But
much.
like I was saying that he snitched on himself. He walked in and he was like, "I did it."
Yeah, I mean that's just like the street code though. Like you ain't gonna, what I'm saying, snitch on somebody else.
Yeah, but he didn't have to snitch at all. He just said he just went in and he just.
What'd he say?
What did you say that
Well, I
he
mean,
did?
they were suspecting
I don't
him,
know
but
nothing about this.
I don't think did he say that he did it?
Yes, that was the first thing that he did.
Is it?
Oh,
that's what
think
I was saying.
Sierra
If
was
he
saying
said,
it.
He turned
if he
himself
said that,
in.
why
He
are they
turned
even
himself
having
in.
a trial?
That's what I was meaning. He turned himself in.
See, that's the thing though. He turned himself in. That doesn't mean
He did it.
he just turned himself
might-
in because he was just like they was suspecting that he did it.
Yeah, he
that's
wasn't
what
like trying to
Lil
run
Durk
from
did.
it.
Well, why
Yeah.
the fuck would he turn himself in then? That's basically like saying I did it.
No, it's not saying.
No,
I
it's
did
not.
It. It's saying that I'm not gonna
If
run
you
away.
gonna run from it, that's basically
That-
If
saying
you
yeah.
I
run,
did
if
it.
you
Oh.
run from it, it's gonna make it way
Like you know
worse.
how TK was running, nigga. He said, "I'm gonna do the race." Like the nigga ran. Like, they caught his ass. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But he basically did the complete opposite of that shit. He turned himself in.
Yeah, I went back and listened to his damn album, to the album that he
Yeah.
has,
Uh-huh.
and I realized that all of them are bangers.
You should have been.
Nah,
like
yeah,
that.
they
Yeah.
be hitting though. Yeah.
I really didn't know that. I only knew a couple of them on there, or maybe like 3 of them, like Mega Man, The Race, and
You
I
talking
love
about-
my chopper.
I
and
love my chopper.
love
Chopper
me.
love me. Yep. Hell yeah.
I don't think he's really ever getting out there.
TK.
Yeah, I think he's done for.
Damn, you really don't think
Bro,
he's ever getting
he's still
out?
got a while, don't he?
Yeah, he's got a good while. I mean, if he does get out, he's gonna be old.
like 80 plus years.
Something-
God
I don't
damn.
know. Some
I think it was
shit.
50.
They're giving him
I think
like
he's gonna
50
be like
years.
55.
Yeah, it was some crazy shit like that.
I'll listen to his album.
Bro, but you know,
Whenever
I ain't
he
heard
drops
nothing
it.
about Bobby Shmurda.
Oh yeah,
Bobby
he already
Shmurda?
came out.
I know he got out, but I ain't
But
heard
ain't
nothing
nobody
since.
Yeah, I mean, I heard he dropped a couple of songs,
Yeah, he did.
but they wasn't hitting like
For
like
real?
Hot Boy.
he didn't. Yeah, he didn't drop a whole ass album, did he?
Nah,
I don't think he did. No,
Nah, he dropped. I think he dropped like it. I
he
think
dropped
at
like
least-
one song.
I think he dropped the. I think he dropped the EP. I think he dropped the EP.
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
And then I think I don't think that he did. I think he dropped like one song, and then he dropped.
He at least dropped like 3 songs.
He did a couple features.
He just dropped like 3 songs with a couple features. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But,
That's wild.
But I don't know. I listened to some of his songs, the new ones, the new ones. It just ain't the same.
It just
It's
ain't the same.
2015, bro. 2015, bro, when he was goddamn
Going at it.
That's it.
Oh yeah, he was doing his little
I've been selling
dance.
crack since like the 5th grade.
Yeah.
That shit was hard. Man. That
That shit is hard.
That shit, when he came out with that shit was fucking the streets up right there, boy.
Yeah. No cap. Really. like Sheck West and Mo Bamba.
Mo Bamba,
I feel like that was just a rage song though, bro.
Yeah.
That shit, everybody was lit to that motherfucker.
Everybody.
And that shit, I remember when it first came out, bro. Like nobody knew about it, bro.
Yeah.
And then like a year later, that's
It
when
just
everybody
blew
the fuck up, bro. Like that shit was crazy.
Yeah, and then after that, nobody fucked with him.
Nah, he's got a couple
wonder.
good songs.
Oh
on
yeah,
his shit.
no, he's got a couple good songs on
his album.
No, I'm not even saying on his album. I'm saying on that Travis Scott album.
Oh yeah, he's got some
is
like
that?
ad libs and some shit on there.
Yeah, and then there's a couple songs that he did like with a couple other people too.
I don't know if I heard.
Or Dreamville.
Dreamville.
On Dreamville?
Yeah. He was like, yeah.
I think he did a couple songs on that Dreamville on a couple Dreamville albums.
Yeah.
I think.
Shit.
Yeah, maybe he is still a little bit relevant.
No, he is. He just ain't dropped no fucking, you know what I'm saying, no album like he had. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he only dropped that one
yeah.
since Mo Bamba.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one with it on there.
Yeah, it is. But that you ever heard of the Chippy Chippy? Chippy Chippy?
Uh-uh.
That shit's good.
That
I
Chippy
fuck with
Chippy?
that. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I may have.
It's pretty good. I fuck with that shit. I fuck with
Yeah,
a couple.
that was his high pitched voice song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. High pitched voice like that. Like Sasuke with Lil Uzi.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
I think he was like trying to imitate Playboy a little bit.
Hey, but they're best friends though.
Are they, or
Yeah.
do they have a beef?
Nah, the beef is just
Fake.
fake. Just to get
Yeah.
Just to get more
it's
yeah, just to get
views.
more attention.
Yeah.
For sure.
Then why don't we ever see them around each other anymore?
We don't know if
Bro,
they're
they're both on side missions.
Oh yeah, you're right. I think you're right. Yeah, they're just busy doing their own little thing.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that stuff can happen sometimes. You know, you get busy with life, and then you won't talk to like one of your friends for a while. Then you hit them up after a few months or something. Like,
For sure.
you know, it's just how it
Yeah.
goes.
Hell, Cardi's got his own fucking label now, bro.
Does he
Opium.
really?
Opium, bro.
Holy
Opium?
shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
What the fuck?
It's called Opium.
It's
Holy
called
fuck. It's a
opium.
goddamn
Just
drug.
opium.
It's literally called just opium. Like it's not. It's just opium.
Holy fuck!
And you got to check out Destroy Lonely. You ever
Never heard of it.
He's signed the Opium through Cardi.
Destroy
And Ken-
Lonely.
Yeah, Destroy
Bro,
Lonely.
I think you posted a song by that guy one
Yeah.
time on like your story.
Hell
and
yeah.
I looked at it and I was like, that's a good song.
Hell
Destroy
yeah.
Lonely.
That motherfucker got some nice shit. He just dropped his new shit. It called If Looks Could Kill, the album.
Yeah.
That shit hard.
I remember I think there was a song that was literally called I think that.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's what he posted and I listened to it. I was like, that's a good song.
Yeah, that's pretty chill.
You know how I fuck with that? I think it is underrated.
Who's that?
Fucking Lucky.
Bro, I've been.
I know. I'm pretty sure you did put me on to Lucky. I really think
I'll
you did.
fuck with Lucky so hard, bro.
Yeah, you
Lucky hard.
honestly no. Actually, I know for a fact you actually did put me on to Lucky.
Yeah.
Don't we have like some features with Future?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got on
bro,
his new album.
I was
Yeah, on his
working
new
out.
album.
I was working out the other night, and I had like there's a daily mix for Spotify, and
Uh-huh.
I put it on. It's like a mix, so it doesn't go straight down the list. It just jumps from different songs. And
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was one that had him and Future on it, and I was like, "Holy fuck!" I don't remember the
yeah.
song, but it was a good song.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Or one of those other guys. Who else? Fuck. I swear Vezo.
Oh yeah. I would say he's more popping though. Like he's mainstream almost now.
You think so?
I would say that. I mean, because
Yeah.
you know when he got them dropped that song with Dirk, and that's when Dirk was popping. You know, what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like he's still
definitely.
popping now, but like that's when he like first came back from the drought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. He's
So
hard, bro.
I think he's hard though.
He's
for
hard
sure.
as fuck.
For sure.
He's one of those guys that I listen to all the fucking time.
I fuck with more. I think I fuck with more underground though.
Yeah,
Underground's
I know.
where it's at, bro.
I don't really fuck with a lot of underground shit.
You don't fuck with a lot of underground shit.
No,
So you fuck with more of the mainstream shit.
a lot of times, yeah. Like Future though,
Future's just
like you can't go wrong with Future.
You can't even like. I would say like you can't even say. I guess you have to say he's mainstream.
He
but
is. He's
it doesn't
definitely
feel
mainstream.
like he's mainstream.
Or Drake. Drake's mainstream as fuck, and I definitely fuck with Drake.
but old Drake's better.
Old Drake is better,
Definitely.
but new Drake still hits. I still fuck with new Drake.
Post
Yep.
more life. No, I ain't gonna say more.
Would
life.
you
More
put a year
life,
on it? Like
views,
post like a certain year? for
bro?
Drake?
Like
Yeah,
views.
it's hard to say.
I mean,
Views
Views
was a good album.
Like I think he got a Grammy for each album. Like views and back.
Yeah, that's what. That's what I was about to say. Post or pre-Views. Views and before that.
And More Life. Or
And that's what a part of More Life.
Why? Oh, because I think that's whenever he started doing more mainstream shit.
Yeah.
KTM was on More Life.
That's the one with X. Speaking of that,
Yeah.
dude, that's a whole conversation right there. Matter of fact,
The
so
conspiracy?
that whole song, the cadence of that song is basically copy and pasted from X's "Look at Me."
Yeah. Which
But-
Which song was
That's
it?
why I quit fucking with Drake.
I gotta think about which song it was.
The KTM, he just said it.
That's
KTM on
that's what
More
it's
Life.
called.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, I know exactly
His
what
whole
you're talking
flow
about.
is like
spot
spot on.
like dead on, like dead the fuck on. And then
Yeah.
X even talked about it. And
Bro, X was in fucking jail when he dropped that shit,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and that was before "Look at Me" even came out.
Holy shit. And then he did that one song. It's a different song though, ain't it? Where he kind of brought up X.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like he kind of did it.
SMX, Triple X.
Yeah.
That's the only time I ever shoot below the neck.
Yes.
I always remember
Yeah.
that, bro. I always
And then
remember
everybody
that.
thought hold on a second.
Because, I mean, that's just too coincidental, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you say that and say the stuff that you said, like, at the time that all of that happened?
It's a hard song though.
I mean,
I listen
it is a
to
hard song.
Drake. I fuck with Drake. Drake?
Nah, Drake hard, but I don't know. I don't know.
You think there's more behind the
I
scenes?
think there's more.
Think he's Illuminati?
I think there's more than meets the eye.
You think
Okay.
so? What the fuck do y'all think y'all are doing?
Y'all about to go get something to eat?
Go get something
Yeah,
to
that's
eat.
cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Jalon said it's cool. It's cool. And Sierra, you just
yeah.
ate, so you don't need to be spending no money. The fuck?
That brings up a good topic, Jalon.
About
How you feeling, bro?
Yeah, how the
Shit.
fuck are you feeling?
feeling about what? Just life in general?
Yeah, this is the man to fucking talk
I
to
know,
right
bro.
here.
Yeah.
Shit, bro. Fuck that. We'll get back to that in a second. How are you feeling, bro? I ain't talked to you in a grip.
Bro, it's crazy.
Hell yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
What are y'all doing?
They just wanting to listen. Take a
It's okay.
gander.
Well, y'all
Bro,
can go
it's,
to McDonald's.
Shoot. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, we'll see y'all in a little bit. Anyways, go ahead, Mason.
I don't know, bro.
You don't know.
It's a lot more day to day.
Fucking
Than it
anybody
used
up
to
there,
be.
just come-
A lot
there's
more
4
day-to-day
dudes here.
than it used
Somebody
to be.
come in here, they'll
Yeah,
die.
like
Yeah, fuck them.
I mean, we all used to be pretty much on the fucking fly whenever,
Mm-hmm.
but now it's like way more like that.
So you mean it's like you're on the fly more now?
Yeah, like I used to kind of know what I was doing,
Mm-hmm.
but now it's like
Now you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
what the fuck ever.
You're kind of learning as you're going.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like either I'm gonna do something today and commit to it, and like shit's gonna have to go the way whatever way it's gonna go,
Right.
or I'm just gonna sit at the fucking house.
I feel
Yeah,
You. I feel you.
definitely. I guess.
I mean, like, I feel that.
I kind of get what you're saying.
I kind of
Like-
get what he's saying.
Like y'all can still like just pick up and fucking go and do whatever the fuck you want.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause we're not,
I
like-
see what you're saying.
We're
You know
not
what I'm
like tied to
Right.
any sort of
Right.
obligation.
Right,
Like now,
right.
like bro, like when we went to the beach.
Uh-huh.
If you're driving to Myrtle Beach, how many times do you think you're gonna stop?
Probably once or twice.
Maybe twice at the most.
Yeah.
I stopped 5 fucking times on the way to the beach.
5 fucking times.
God damn.
Wow. How many times did we stop, Seth? A while back? Or how many times did we stop?
We stopped, I know for a fact we stopped one time at least.
Hell.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
I
don't
don't
even remember, bro.
I remember.
You don't even remember?
I remember several
That shit
times
was
going
a
to the beach,
blur.
and not even stopping at all.
What the fuck?
Bro, I don't
bro,
remember it.
you talking
It's
about-
hard for me to remember.
You talking about that
day before?
OBX?
Yeah.
God
It's
damn,
hard to
that
remember
was-
the day
Bro, you
before
were-
and then anything within that week. And
I
then
don't know.
I don't even remember the day after. I think I only remember like the week
No,
after.
I'm
I
not
don't
talking.
know.
We
You
went to
about
the
fell off
beach
the patio
after
at
that.
one point.
We went to the beach after OBX.
I wasn't with you then.
No, I'm talking about.
We didn't go to the
me and
beach
Jalon.
after OBX.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, not that year.
No, like the next year.
Yeah. We went. I mean, how? I don't even remember then either.
I don't either.
It's been a while. It's been like
yeah. And then I fucking ditched you the next year.
Yeah, I know. You said fuck it.
I'm sorry, buddy.
That's fucked up.
I really was broke.
Yeah,
I was broke as fuck.
It'd be like that.
No,
sometimes.
it really wasn't bullshit.
Oh, you was really broke.
I was really, really broke. Yeah, I really was actually really, really broke.
God damn! Didn't you just buy that? Nah, you didn't buy that.
No, yeah, that was the time. That was that time that we went the year before that I bought the iPad.
Right.
That's probably what made me broke. Leading up to that point.
That shit was a band, bro.
It was more than
It
a
was
band,
like
buddy.
1,200.
Yeah.
I remember when you bought that shit.
Yeah.
That was a big ass motherfucking piece of goddamn equipment,
Bro, we just played.
Yeah, I
we
still
just
have
played
it
chess
over
on
there.
that motherfucker.
Yeah, we really did.
That ass.
That's a good ass iPad for sure. It really is.
I remember when you got that thing, you were using it to design your logo for this right here.
Wholehearted Entertainment.
Yeah, for sure.
AceOfHearts.info.
Yep.
Plug.
Had to throw that in there.
Plug.
Yeah.
Are you still selling mugs?
For sure. Yeah, we got mugs on there.
Go buy some
Go buy you a
mugs.
motherfucking
Yeah.
mug. Wholehearted
Holds a
Entertainment
fuck ton
mug.
of coffee.
Yep, it really does. I think that's like I want to say it's like a 15 ounce. It may say it at the bottom. I don't know.
I don't say nothing really.
But yeah, sorry. I tried.
It just says made in China.
Fuck.
Don't knock it till you try.
Well, just like everything else.
No refunds.
Hey, Ethan bought one the other day.
Man.
Shout out fucking Ethan.
Again.
Hell yeah.
Seriously, shout out Ethan again. For
Ethan
real.
Kerrigan?
Yeah, Ethan Kerrigan. And we're supposed to have Ethan Lewis on the
I know.
podcast
July 4th.
July 6th.
Okay. Noah's going to be...
Yeah, he said for sure.
Noah said he'd come down and be on the podcast again sometime around July 4th.
Bro, I want to get more mics so that we can have more than 4 people, but we need to get a new audio interface. Check it out. We're just buying more and more shit.
I done spent like a G last night on furniture again.
You want to see?
Yeah, we all good.
What is it?
Everybody's all in the same fucking area.
Yeah, we good.
Wait, what the fuck is it?
Yeah,
What,
man.
everybody...
Hey, man.
You got a girl, bro.
Yeah,
You better
no.
goddamn get live 360.
Get your fucking
and
Live
you better get that
360.
Find My goddamn iPhone, bro. Have
Yep.
that shit up. You know what I'm saying?
ASAP.
For sure.
Yep. Only bronies don't do it. Mason, do you have your Life 360 on there?
Yep.
Let's go.
You already fucking know, bro.
You already fucking
It's
know.
the only fucking way, man.
Gotta fucking keep
You
tabs.
gotta do it. You gotta do it, bro.
Don't have a choice.
You haven't got a choice, man. You got to do it.
You don't have a
It's
choice.
mandatory.
Better safe than sorry.
Better
For
safe
sure.
than fucking sorry.
For sure.
Yep.
So, and it's good for safety reasons too. Just know.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what
That's
I'm
just...
saying?
That's an
You gotta
excuse.
know. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta know.
Just so you know, this is the real reason why I got it.
Yeah. That's
Because
that.
ain't nothing else.
No.
Definitely nothing else.
Definitely nothing
Uh-uh.
else. Just need to know. you
Uh-huh.
know. Make sure
If it was something else, I'd buy a couple air tags.
Exactly.
She wouldn't know where the fuck I put them.
Yep.
But hey, that's really a good idea though.
Air
But-
tags?
Yeah, the air tags. But you gotta go on there and you gotta make them to where they don't send off that notification that the air tag is near you. That's the only thing about them.
That's why you need to plant an air tag in their skin.
God damn.
I'm already way ahead of you.
You gotta
buddy.
get that. You gotta get that shit re-implanted though, like every couple years.
Fuck it. And you know
God damn.
you know like the charger that they use for the iWatches or the Apple Watches?
Fucking put that on.
Once
you
you
every
sleep
night.
or something, you just...
Yeah. And it's just magnetic. It just
I'm fucking
magnetically
dead, bro.
pops
That's
on
crazy.
your skin.
I'm fucking dead, man.
Yep.
That
Like
is
chips.
crazy.
Like chips, they put chips in dogs.
They do put chips in dogs.
They've been doing that shit for
yeah.
a
Exactly.
long time.
for a good minute.
I wonder what they got in us. The government.
I don't know, man. I don't think they got anything in us. I
I
think
so.
they
I don't
just.
think so.
I think they're just feeding us bullshit, though.
Yeah, they probably
Yeah,
they put a lot of
definitely.
bullshit in your food. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Now, if you read about that stuff, like, yeah, man, it'll just fuck you up. Like as a
real.
man,
Yeah.
it'll fuck up your hormones.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Like the soy. Like
Mhm.
they did like a study like on like the average guy's testosterone throughout the years. It's just like the average guy now has like the testosterone levels of like a 60-year-old.
Like a
crazy.
fucking ant.
Yeah, it's just gone.
Hell, I think even ants at the fucking size they are, hell, they have more testosterone than a fucking dude.
Yep,
probably.
Because
hell, they can lift at least 10 times their body weight.
Yeah,
we're just
strong fuckers.
I mean, nowadays you can be whatever the fuck you want to.
Hell,
You can be a damn attack helicopter.
Even the Transformers.
Facts. You can be a fucking cat.
Even the Transformers are trans
you've
now.
seen this people that want to act like they live around, they
What?
dress up like a cat or act like
Bro,
a
you don't know
toddler.
about that?
They sleep inside of a baby cage
That's
or something.
fucking
It's like adult
crazy.
size.
I was telling Jalon about that earlier, about how the Transformers in the new kids show, how they're basically like grooming kids now. Like they are with
they're
a bunch of
definitely
other shit.
grooming kids now.
Bro, you better watch out. Both of y'all better fucking
Bro,
watch
you
out
already
about
know.
putting your shit on.
Ain't
Like
none
what
of
your
that
damn
shit.
kids are watching and
You
shit.
are- I'm already gonna
Because
be
especially
on
like
that,
the new shows, like all of them are having like transgenders in them, and then they're having like all these pronouns and shit now, which if you're the way I see it is that if you're past 18, if you're a full-grown adult, then you're allowed to make the decisions of your own. You know, whether it be good or bad in your eyes.
Unless
what the
you're
fuck
emancipated.
ever. Yeah, well. And but the thing is that they're putting it in kids shows, making kids talk about it, and then making parents have their conversation with the kids before they're ready.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then you're like, what the fuck is going... Like, a 5-year-old would be asking you, like, what the fuck their pronouns are, and they're already confused about life.
Right.
They're already
trying to learn enough.
Old.
Exactly. They don't even know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah,
and
they
then
were
they're
just potty trained a few years ago.
And then they're asking about pronouns, even though that they don't even know what the fuck
They don't even know what a pronoun is.
Exactly. That's what the fuck I'm saying.
That's crazy.
And then that's what I was telling you, like, and telling him on that Transformer show, on the kid show. It has a Transformer talking to a kid about how their pronouns are this and that. And then the little
Talking
kid...
about non-binary.
Yeah, the little kid was saying, I like to be around my non-binary friends because they understand that I'm non-binary and I don't associate with being
crazy,
a guy
bro.
or a girl.
That's crazy.
Like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you then if you ain't a guy or a girl?
worm.
A worm?
Doesn't make any sense, man.
Yeah, that shit is wild. And
Literally promoting delusion.
shit'll get you canceled too if you decide to say that men and women are the only two genders.
For real.
They
And
are.
gender and sex are the same thing because they are. Because I started looking into that shit.
But you know,
And they're starting to actually teach now that gender and sex are two completely different things. Go ahead,
Right.
Mason.
I was gonna say I'm not big on that whole scene or whatever, obviously,
Yeah.
but Jeffree Star,
Oh yeah, I know.
he's one of the very few that will tell you that there's only two genders.
Yep. Yeah, I remember. Sierra was telling me about that too.
He was like, I saw an interview and he was like, yeah, they're just making up bullshit at this point.
and they basically fucking canceled his ass after that
I
too.
know.
They're just trying to push an agenda.
I remember sometimes when I'd be on YouTube, bro, and I would just be trying to fucking look up a video I was gonna watch, and then fucking some bullshit about Jeffree Star popped up, but I didn't want to fucking watch it, you know.
Yeah.
But now you don't see that shit. Like you don't see
Exactly.
that
Yeah, they
shit
don't even
getting
recommend
pushed.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
On that
You see what I'm
Snapchat,
saying?
like the little story. Like
Yeah.
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 Because he was one of the first like big celebrities, wasn't
Exactly. Yeah, he was
Exactly.
one of the first big celebrities that
he? And
went through
then
a
fucking
transition.
James Charles or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, that shit is
I don't hear
wild.
nothing about him either.
I ain't heard nothing
He probably
about
said
him in a
something
while.
they didn't like
I'm
and
surprised I
got
even
rid
know
of
his
him.
fucking name. still.
Yeah.
For real.
If they're like, if it's not aligned with whatever the fuck
Their
their
agenda is?
then they
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
And
Yeah.
you got to think too. What
Toss
is,
it in the fucket bucket.
what is
Yeah.
the purpose of
like
their
my goddamn
agenda?
hoodie.
Yeah.
Like what is the purpose of their agenda? What was that?
The bottle.
Just grabbing this
The
bottle.
fuck? What'd you say, Seth? Though
But the thing I'm trying to think of is like, what is the purpose of their agenda? Like, what are they trying?
that's what I'm
to-
wondering too.
What is their end goal? This is what I think personally. It's just to gain like some sort of power
Yeah.
over people to get them to do what they want. Because I mean, why else would they go through all this trouble to do that shit? You know,
Yeah. It's a lot
they
of.
just want power, control.
It just
They're real. They are. They're a bunch of narcissists, psychopaths, and sociopaths.
Yeah.
it creates a lot of mental instability.
It definitely does.
It's bad for like.
And when you
Because if you got a 5-year-old wondering about a fucking pronoun,
Exactly.
what?
And they're already wondering about life in general.
Right.
Exactly.
And
think
then,
about what you could do with if you have kids worrying about that at that level, at that age. Think about how much more they're gonna worry about when they're actually conscious.
Get
Right.
to college and
then whenever you think about it too, and
how many times are they gonna flip flop?
And then you get multiple, and then especially whenever they have multiple authority figures around them, the kids. So whenever they go to school, they have teachers, the principals, and then
Right.
the whole hierarchy there. And then they go home, and then they have authority figure as being the parents.
Bro, I've really been thinking about homeschool, bro. I
bro.
do not want to put her in fucking daycare for anything, bro.
See,
I don't.
The thing is, though, is that there's like, of course, there's advantages and disadvantages of both, because if you put them in school, public school, they get socialized, and then they're able to conversate with more people, and then be able to be social, because human beings are social creatures. But they also have the chance of having some sort of social agenda or something pushed onto them
brainwashed
by the views of the teachers. And then a lot of the times, I seen a study somewhere where they found that 90 to like 95% of school teachers are actually liberal.
Damn.
That's crazy as fuck to think about.
I remember
that is
when
crazy.
I was in high school, like the teachers, they wouldn't just teach you the subject, but they would also add their own perspective on it sometimes. And but most of the time it would be left leaning. Especially middle school, that happened a lot, actually.
Yeah, and you wouldn't know it
was
until
like a
later
science
on.
class, and she was pushing. I don't really remember it now, but I remember you know how my dad is.
Yeah.
And he'd see my homework I get, and he'd go there and get real mad at him.
Yep.
And I just remember that stuff. I guess I remember seeing it a lot because how my dad acted when he seen the homework. He'd be like, "Don't do that shit. You ain't got no homework or not." He'd literally take it, crumple it up, and throw it. He'd be like, "Yeah, you want to go play some games? Go play some games."
Yeah.
So I would talk to the principal tomorrow, and I'd be like, "Fuck yeah,
Fuck yeah, you didn't have to do no
I had to do
work
shit."
then.
And I'd get an F.
Damn.
But, yeah, bro, they've been pushing that shit for a long time. I mean, I'm sure
Mm.
ever since we've been little,
That
early
shit is wild.
2000s.
Yeah, and you
It's
don't
gotten
notice
worse
it.
too.
And see, the thing is that you don't notice that shit until you notice it.
Right.
So like whenever you notice shit like that, you can't unsee it.
Right.
And then most of the people, like they say, what is it? Ignorance is bliss. That's what they say. Because if you're not thinking about it, then that's not weighing on you all the time. If you don't think about it to begin with, then you don't think about it at all.
Right.
So it prevents prolonged thinking, if you would.
Yeah,
For sure.
Because, I mean, at the same time, though, even if you know what the problem is, like, how do you deal with it? Like, how do you go about it?
some people don't want to deal with it. They just want to be like they got their head in the sand, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like Akuma Matata or something like out of mind, out of sight.
Like, yeah, like the parents have some sort of views, and then they go to school, and then they're taught opposite views of what they teach their kids at home. And then they come back to the home, and then they start to conversate.
They think it's
with
wrong
the
because
kids.
the whole classroom thinks it's right.
Exactly. They think that what their parents are teaching them is wrong. Exactly.
And kids can be rebellious and go against their
Go
parents'
against their
wishes,
parents.
even
Exactly.
even if what the parents are saying is correct. The kids will do it just because they are rebelling against authority. And sometimes if you got real strict parents, you know, I don't want to get into it. But, you know, sometimes when you got strict parents, the person in question goes the complete opposite way, real hardcore.
Definitely. Yep. Sometimes they will, and then the opposite as well. Whenever there are strict parents, sometimes they stick too much to their parents too, and then without, doing anything of their own.
And sometimes what's cool is like you meet some people when their parents are real kind of relaxed and chill, and the person isn't like on an extreme for anything. They're like, no, I don't really need to go do that or nothing. Like, there's no, I can basically do what I want and stuff like that. Like the parents are chill, and the person that you're friends with or something, they're pretty chill too, pretty like level headed.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. This shit's wild, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So what are you gonna do, Mason?
I don't know.
How much longer you got
Uh,
to make a decision?
You got a couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got at least one more year.
Really?
Hopefully.
Damn.
Honestly, to be honest with you, I'd rather work 3 fucking jobs than send her to daycare, but
Yeah.
I gotta have somebody to take care of her.
Mm-hmm. Damn it.
You'll have to find the time to be involved in her life.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
it's
another
really
thing that you was
important.
talking about.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, Jalon?
You know, I guess the way I look at it is if it does come down to me sending my kid to daycare or sending them to public school, I'm just going to have to instill, my morals and what I think is right into them before they go into school. So when they're in those situations, they can realize to, look and take in what they're seeing, but at the same time, still have, that code, that moral code, and moral stability, so they never try to, stray away from, what is actually right. You know what I'm saying? And I guess it's more of like a trust thing too. I guess I'm gonna have to trust them to, make the right decisions. I mean, as far as when they grow up and when they're not under my supervision anymore. So I think it's just a process, but it's definitely not gonna be an easy one.
Yeah, definitely not.
Because there's definitely going to be situations where, he's going to have a question and I'm going to have to answer it. And it might not be, it's not going to be easy, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to have to do it.
Definitely.
I think I'm going to have to do it. If I do it like that, that's the way I'm going to do it. But I would like to have them homeschooled too. But it's just a lot of things to get set up.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of things you got to do too.
So
I'm
still thinking, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but.
Because, at the same time, school's kind of like a daycare, too.
It is.
Because then you don't have to worry about them.
Yeah.
True.
They got their lunch and everything set up.
I think I would be more comfortable if they was, already like, I don't really know what the best age would be, I guess.
Yeah, you don't yet.
Because even when I think, like, when we was in high school or we was in middle school, we was in elementary school, like, what was the age that we all was, like, we kind of had, like, a good grip, you know what I'm saying, on just, like, and we was solid about things,
Probably, like, high school.
That's what I'm saying, like, but high school, but see, that's what I'm saying. If you
it's, like, too late then.
That's what I'm saying. If you homeschool them to high school, when they get there, it's going to be so, socially... It's going to be social anxiety, you know
definitely.
What I'm saying? Because it's going to be a whole lot of people that they're not used to having around.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, and then they're not going to know how to socialize.
Exactly. So it's kind of like they're making it to where you're going to be fucked either way.
Yeah, definitely.
Double fucking edged sword.
Or go to a private school.
But
how are you going to afford that?
But that's more expensive.
That's just
Get
more
rich.
expensive.
Yep. Get rich quick schemes.
Sell drugs.
I kind of feel like that's...
Sell drugs, do
I
pyramid
kind of feel like that's
schemes.
almost worse than public school.
Honestly,
you think
though,
so?
Because then you have that persona of them being a private school kid or like, just a preppy kid, what I'm saying? Stuck up,
Yeah, and then they have strict rules there as well.
I would say probably even more strict than public.
And a lot of times in private schools, in certain private schools, they have the females and the males segregated.
Mm-hmm.
Which honestly, I kind of don't see that as a completely bad thing.
Yeah.
I see it as kind of a bad thing in the aspect of they don't get any, because males and females they think differently.
Right.
So whenever you are around the opposite sex for so long, like you're able to interact with them, and then you're able to pick their brains, and you're able to know how each other thinks.
Right.
But then also the bad part about it is that, there's you don't really get as much of a sexual polarity there.
Right.
They
don't really understand how to, what works, how to develop their game for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Just talking to females, like that's probably a big reason on why a lot of dudes are scared to talk to females now.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because they're just like, I've never did this before. I don't know what to do. Some people, some motherfucking kids is just going to jump out there and fucking, you know what I'm saying, get shot down a couple times, but they gonna keep going.
Yeah.
And then some kids are just not even gonna fucking try.
Not even gonna try. And see, a big factor in that too is porn.
Yeah,
porn makes it worse for all of them.
It makes it worse for everybody.
Yeah, it really, really does. Because I mean, why would you try?
No matter the age.
Yeah. Why would you try to get with the person of the opposite sex, like what you're supposed to be doing?
When you can
whenever
have
you
instant
can
gratification on your phone
at all times, constantly.
They're younger, you know, middle school, high school, when they get access to that sort of stuff, and it's just they're way more susceptible to that sort of thing, you know.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, and then
That's a whole nother conversation. The whole cell phone thing,
and we're fucking going down it.
Whenever the fuck they're what? I don't know if you've thought that far ahead yet.
I'm just gonna be like, look, man.
Yeah, what age?
Get a flip phone.
You don't need to be doing that shit. That shit fucks with you, goddamn. That shit fucks with you.
Fuck
that
social media.
Because at the same time, like if you give them a phone too early, then they're gonna be susceptible to that shit.
Nah.
And then if you don't, then they're not gonna be able to fit in with everybody else that are getting phones at that age.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely.
Because
what he said, flip phone. Flip phone. That's all you motherfucking
flip
need,
phone.
motherfucker.
You get one of those old phones that
you don't
are like
need internet.
little dollars.
Hell,
yeah.
I gotta think though. By the time in fucking 17 or 16 years, bro, what phone? What are phones gonna look like? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because think about 15 years ago, the first iPhone came out.
What if we don't even have phones, bro?
Definitely.
Because, you know what I'm saying, the phone used to be fucking this fucking big, that goddamn wide, you know, big ass thing.
I bet we really, really won't. I bet we really won't.
I think we'll just have, I think there's going to be AR thing, like the AR goggles in schools.
See, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, or contacts. Yeah.
I was saying like you know how Apple dropped those goggles?
The AR goggles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's not really what it is. I mean, I guess so. What the fuck is that thing called? What the fuck are those goggles called?
I don't know what they're called, but I just call it the Apple AR.
Apple Vision or some shit like that.
Some shit like that.
But like Google Lenses or something? Yeah, it's not the same as all the other augmented realities. If you know what I'm saying.
VRs.
Like the VRs, yeah. Exact virtual reality. Yeah. It's not the same because you're able to do more, you know, practical things instead of just more imaginative things, if that makes sense. Like with the VRs, virtual reality things, that's what it is, you know. But with this, it's kind of integrated. The technology itself is integrated into your life so that
with what you see, so
and
it's
what
more
you
like,
see as well.
It looks like a holograph, like on some Iron Man shit.
On some fucking Iron Man
like when
shit.
he's goddamn talking to Jarvis on some shit, like, motherfucker, pull up my goddamn schematics for the motherfucking Mark, whatever the fuck.
Jarvis, pull up my side bitch now.
Yeah, tell my side bitch it's time for her to come through.
Yep. Good old fucking Jarvis.
Oh, shit.
I swear, but what I was saying is that those new Apple goggles, it's like the first step into like real futuristic shit like that, where technology is getting more and more integrated into our lives, and it's easier for people to be around technology at all times. Like with your phone and shit, you know, you have to always keep it with you. But I told myself that I'm not buying those glasses. I'm not buying those goggles until they become glasses.
Yeah,
you know, until they become glasses like you're wearing, Mason.
Google dropped some shit like that.
Yeah, and so did like Snapchat.
Yeah, but nah. The Snapchat one, it just took like pictures and videos.
Yeah, that's
but
pretty
the Google
cool.
ones, you could actually like see shit, like see like the same shit that Apple's doing with
that's
the VR.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, but the thing is with Apple though, I'm not doing it until Apple comes out with it.
Apple,
because
you know how much them shits are?
$3,500.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
And they look wonky.
Bro, technology is so fucking scary.
You think so?
Do you not think so?
I think it can be.
Bro, just
I think it can be scary.
A curse.
Yeah,
it's a curse and a blessing for sure.
Yeah, it depends. It depends how you use it.
That's true.
Like, what do you mean that it's scary? And what?
I think it
sense?
can be. I think it can be. What was you saying?
I don't really know like an example, but like the just like the shit that you can do. Like
exactly.
I mean, like now you can hide cameras and shit.
And see, my thing is that it makes people more dependent on technology as well.
True.
Right.
So it could be a way to control people, if you would, with technology, because if you give people a whole bunch of technology and then like on demand, and then you take it away, then the people are not going to know how to interact with each other and do the things that they were able to do before technology was a thing.
Right.
Or modern technology, because there's all kinds of different technologies.
I think it definitely is a curse and a blessing. Because, I mean, it's like, you got to think, like, there's a lot of ways that you can use technology in good ways as a tool, to help you, I guess eliminate some of the time that was lost on trying to do something like another way. But just like you was talking about, that might make you dependent on that. But at the same time, it's definitely a curse because, one, thing is like porn, and that
like
shit
with
is
the
like
porn, yeah,
that shit
sure.
is definitely, detrimental to your mental health.
Yeah,
for sure. And that's a perfect example for it right there, I guess. Curse and a blessing.
It definitely is.
Bro, speaking on mental health, this is so far in left fucking field.
Yeah.
But do you ever go to the Chili's in Hickory?
I just went there today, bro.
What the fuck?
Bro, did you see that tall dude?
I went there last week.
Was he there?
The tall dude with the man bun?
No.
What tall dude?
He looks like so.
Just
he
like
looks
calling
like
him
so?
out.
He looks like fucking
I
so,
didn't see
dude.
him there. I think I know. I feel like I've seen
Bro,
him
he's
before,
there every time I go there.
Oh shit!
I swear he looks exactly like so.
What the fuck?
So Illuminati.
Oh
Spiritual soul.
yeah.
He looks exactly like that dude. I swear, bro.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. He probably got his fucking whole ass account deleted.
He still got quit doing that shit.
I think he still got it up.
Yeah, he probably quit doing it. He probably got an email that was like, "You better stop or we'll fucking kill you." And then he basically had to, like, like Alex Jones,
Yeah.
Oh,
like
God.
touching on those conspiracies. Like, I just watched it. They just did an interview with him on Patrick Bet David today on June 24th, 2023. That's whenever we're doing this. He did an interview with him, and y'all know Sandy Hook, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the school shooting.
Yeah.
He basically did something about it. I don't know if y'all know or familiar with it.
I think I heard what you. Yeah.
With
Yeah,
the
I think I know what
lawsuit.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, he basically did like a little bit on Sandy Hook saying that it basically wasn't real, or he was questioning it. He didn't straight up say that it wasn't real, but he was like questioning
Like the authenticity
of the whole thing, And I mean, I think it's good to question things. I think it's good to question everything.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Or you're a fool.
For real. But he was questioning it, and then they have been trying to get him so many different times in so many different ways, because he's been like basically exposing the truth about everything, like whenever it comes to like especially like aliens and 9/11. Like it starts off with conspiracy theories, quote unquote, but then later on, especially now, they're starting to come out with a lot more shit that are pointing out to it that it's right, that he was correct about
earlier
all
in the
of
podcast. We were literally talking about that
Right.
tonight. We were
talking about it another night too.
Yeah, but by the time you find out that it's the truth, people have already moved on to the next thing.
Yeah.
and like you find out about it, you hear about that was
You're
actually
like,
true. Oh no, well, listen, you hear about this?
It don't matter now.
Yeah.
Yeah. People's already moved on to the next distraction.
People got getting shorter and shorter attention spans.
Most definitely.
Bro, there's definitely another life out there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
It has
aliens.
to be.
Definitely.
There's definitely aliens, bro.
I think they're getting real close to like being around here.
Yeah.
Might be.
Bro, but
Another thing. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying that Alex Jones, they was saying that in that lawsuit with Sandy Hook, they're trying to make him pay like $2.4 trillion.
Yeah, he's going bankrupt and shit.
I told you the other day, I think I told it was
going
you
broke or
and
something,
you
right.
that it was $1 billion.
It was $1 billion.
But they raised it here recently to
2.4
trillion.
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 Can I put you in perspective of how much cash that is?
You go ahead.
That's that's more money than most countries make a year.
Yeah, they were saying that
That's fucking
India's GDP was $3 trillion.
It depends on
last year.
There's different metrics for it because there's people are going to be, watching this or I don't know.
And they said India because they said their GDP because they have the biggest population.
Yeah,
right.
Like their GDP. Okay, so California's GDP is around like 3 trillion or 3.5 trillion. To put that in perspective, that's the same GDP as like the United Kingdom or France or Germany. Japan's got like 5 trillion, and it depends on like what GDP you can do it by nominal or by PPP, which is purchasing power parity. Which it's like the price of living for each country. You know how like you go to a different country, there's an exchange rate for your currency.
Right.
Yeah, it takes into account the price of living for that country. So you have a nominal, which is based off the dollar, and so since we live in a country that is we use the dollar as our country, everybody else's economy is based off the exchange rate of our currency.
Yeah.
God.
Right now.
As
of now, 2023.
As of now.
Give it a few more years.
Well, I mean, China's not looking too good, man. And then who else you got besides that? Like that could potentially displace it.
Yeah.
I mean, their population is going to collapse by 50. Like, it's going to go from 1.4 billion to like 600 million, 700
eventually.
million by 2100.
Next generation, yeah.
By 2100, that'll be happening. And so it's, people talk about, everything's going to go to shit. But it's like, man, a lot of stuff has to go bad for everything to go to shit. Like
the whole entire system.
The whole world has to go to shit.
Yep.
And by that point, I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to get my next meal at by that point.
Yeah. But what was you going to say, Jalon?
Shit, man. I was going to say, basically going to talk about how history repeats itself.
Uh-huh.
And every 10 years, there's obviously going to be a virus or some disease that's going to be just life-threatening. Like,
yeah, there always has been.
Always has been for the last 100 years. Or
you never noticed it's always on an election year?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that too.
Hell, it goes all the way to the Black Plague. And then, the bubonic plague. And then even before that, probably some shit that wasn't even documented.
For sure.
There was like ice ages and stuff.
And then the ice ages, that's what I was getting ready to talk about too. If we think about that.
Like global warming?
No, not even global warming.
Okay, I'll touch on that in a minute. And we'll touch on those aliens. We'll come back to that, Mason.
I was just talking about the ice ages. So it's like, if you think about it, like, I watched this one documentary. I'm not going to say what they said because I'm probably going to butcher what the fuck they said. But anyway, like, if there was an ice age, like, and everything was frozen, that would everything come back to life or, like, would it die?
It would probably... Wait. What do you mean?
Like, so, like, you know how you see the fucking
would
movies?
Would you
like
just
people?
freeze or would you die when you freeze?
Oh,
Right.
like a person?
No, anything.
Everything
Like,
in
I'd say
general.
plants. Plants, they definitely survive. Because I think the water in it, I think it doesn't die off.
I think it depends on how long it takes you to defrost.
That's happened before.
Oh, see, yeah, that too.
Hundreds of millions of years ago, there was a point where the whole Earth was an ice ball.
Exactly.
And like the ice was like a mile thick, but you still had like underneath that the oceans.
Right.
And so a lot of the stuff at that time wasn't living off the sunlight.
Right.
It was living off the thermal heat from the
core.
from the ocean floor. You ever seen those? Those vents with the air bubbles and stuff.
I know what
like
you're talking
bacteria
about.
would stay beside it.
I know what you're talking about.
That's why it used to live because that happened. And then of course you got things like the meteorites hitting the planet and stuff like that. I mean, it'll find a way. That's why I'm so like skeptical about people that say there isn't any other form of life in the universe.
Yeah,
because it's like if it can happen here, it can happen anywhere.
If it can happen in the most craziest like conditions,
why
here,
this fucking floating ball?
Yeah, it's like if it can happen in the
like where did it come from?
See, but that thing too.
That's what I want to know.
That's why I don't think
there's so much shit that science cannot explain, bro.
Yeah,
it's fucking ridiculous.
It really is.
And see the whole thing with the ice, with like the ice ages and shit. That's why I think that global warming that a lot of people touch on, like the globalists, a lot of times that they touch on, or the environmentalists, they touch on is that global warming now is just from our environmental decisions as a whole as in like their emissions, like driving and gas powered shit, coal waste, all that shit.
And I would say they're making it even worse with with all the lithium,
electric.
with the lithium the amount of lithium that they dig up out the earth is way much more like destructive.
What the
to
hell are they gonna do when they're done with all that lithium?
Gas powered car.
See, they're saying that all of that shit is contributed to, all that shit contributes to, like the ice. All the ice on the earth is all melting and shit.
Right.
But if you think about it, the earth for millions and millions of years, the earth has froze over and then has melted all over and then froze again. Right. And it, like, the whole thing changes over time. Like, there's seasons, but there's also seasons
within the season.
Within those seasons.
You know what else a lot of people forget?
What?
All the land on the earth used to be one piece of land.
Like
Pangea.
Yes, sir.
And it's happened actually. There's been multiple times where, if you look at it throughout history and stuff, there's been Pangea. There's been different versions of it.
Yeah, because some of them came back together.
But Russia and Alaska are closer now than it was like 50 years ago.
That's crazy, bro.
And they touch each other,
and they're not even that far apart, bro.
They're not.
That used to be. That's what they said. It used to be a land bridge. Yeah, they say you can swim.
That's how the Native Americans got here, was during the last ice age, is what they said, because it was frozen up there, and it was a land bridge where they immigrated across.
Wow.
Yep.
That is really
that's
like 12,000 years ago.
I remember looking up like when I got out, like when I got home from school, and like we were just talking about science, and I think it was like my last subject, or not science, but whatever the subject is that you talk about geographical things. But anyway, wouldn't that be science?
Like social studies or some shit like that.
Social studies, science, history, maybe
world
somewhere.
Yeah.
But anyways, we was talking about that shit, and I remember I got home and I fucking
maybe it was science. Yeah, middle school.
Yeah, but I remember
Miss Fry.
I remember looking up that shit.
Selling Pop-Tarts and shit.
Yes, sir.
I remember looking up that shit and seeing the fucking, like, the gap between Russia and Alaska. And it's, like, very small. It's, like, really not that big at all, honestly.
It's wild to think about.
Like, that's how close.
Well, it's crazy to think about that China is close to California.
True.
Is it?
Isn't it?
About 5,000 miles away.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm
China.
pretty sure
Maybe more Japan.
I'm pretty sure the Pacific Ocean is like the biggest fucking ocean there is.
Yeah. But still yet.
They usually don't fly over it.
I know.
Really?
Yeah, they usually don't fly over it because there's like a thing that goes on that says like you're not supposed to, like, they don't fly.
That's why a lot of people think that the Earth is flat.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people think that.
Oh shit!
That's one of the like factors that
maybe it is.
To that.
It could be. Well, where's all the water falling off the edge? Where the fuck that going?
Some people think it's a dome, like it's like a big dome,
big ass dome.
So like it's not even round,
like a half circle.
It's like
it's like a semicircle.
Yeah, it's like a semicircle.
But where does the core come from then? The heat.
Some people think, and along with that theory, some people think that it's like we're basically fucking lab rats.
We could be like this whole thing of fucking simulation.
Yeah, and like there's somebody.
That's crazy to think
us.
about too. That's like wild to think about.
And that's why history repeats itself.
Right.
See, and then that goes along with the aliens too.
Because the aliens are the one that put us in this to see what the fuck we were gonna do.
It's a big old experiment.
Exactly. See, there's that other conspiracy that there's like a gap in between of say so you know how if evolution is real, right? So you know how there was like an evolution that goes into you can kind of see the other animals that have kind of evolved into one another
and developed into what they are now.
Yeah, in between, but we don't really see anything in between of the monkeys or the chimps and us.
Right.
You know, there's not much in between there.
They do got
Bigfoot.
They got stuff with that.
But they said that they said that we were the monkeys. Transitions.
Oh, like Neanderthals and shit?
They said that we was
like 40
that,
different types.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot.
You're right.
There's people that were like this tall that were on islands out in the Pacific that died out. And they'd find like their bones and stuff, and different places too. I mean, it'd be different.
Bro, I'm sure there's civilizations we don't even know about.
Oh yeah, bro. Did you fucking see the fucking on Joe Rogan?
What?
That dude that was on Joe Rogan's podcast.
A lot of people on Joe Rogan.
It was this guy on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he basically was talking about he went to this like civilization that has never been discovered in the Amazon rainforest, and like he went over there, and like they all had like certain diseases that like we all treat over here like in civilization, in urban civilization, but over there they just had them, and their feet were like their hands. Like they were wide and webbed.
Oh shit!
Yeah, because that's the way that they could climb trees and shit.
What the fuck?
Like really easily and shit.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Just because of their culture.
Just
and what they had to do.
There's
exactly,
ones where
the way their bodies adapted to it.
Like different cultures too, they'd have like body modifications. Like there's some where they'll put like rings around their necks, and they'll make their necks longer and stuff, or they'll bind up their feet.
Yeah, that's a lot of cultures in Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a true thing. They do put those rings on their necks, and then it will extend their neck. It extends their neck over time.
There's these specific, not Pacific, but Pacific, like the nations out there. But they'd have the women wear like a certain shoe that's like a wood block, like it's like that, and they'd have to like conform. They'd put their feet in it since they were little, and their feet would grow into like a fucking square like that right there.
Shit.
Yeah, so that way they could wear those shoes.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
that is wild.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And then like tattoos.
Tattoos, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely some
like traditional cultural tattoos. That
Hawaiians
is pretty
are
wild.
known for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. And then there's some with like the tattoos on like their chin,
like
goes down
up the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is wild.
That is crazy.
I bet that shit hurts.
There was like one where like
definitely
the initiation to become a man, you had to like put your damn hands into like a glove filled up with like fire ants or something.
Oh shit!
You
Holy
ever seen
fuck!
Stuff like that. No, they'd be like, all right, whoever can last the longest with their hands in this glove of like super like giant ants like that.
Oh my god!
Biting the hell out of them. They're like, you'll be the leader of the tribe.
Yeah,
something like that.
That's crazy.
So
holy shit!
They just do that shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like Goliath ants.
I know your hand.
Is that what they're called?
I know your hand would be.
I think they were army ants.
That's
army
what I was
ants
gonna
or
Yeah,
bullet
shit's
ants.
wild.
I think they were called bullet ants.
Bullet ants is crazy,
bro. And in some like South American cultures, like you have to take a big time psychedelic like ayahuasca or like the toad. What is the toad one?
Is it like
I
the
don't know what the
poison of
fuck
a
it is.
toad?
Yeah.
Some of that shit like that.
Yeah, like toad poison.
Yeah.
There's like other ones too, like Russia or something. Like a big thing for them is like one of their religion, like Orthodox. All a part of that is like they'd have to take like a deep dive into like a frozen lake. They cut out a big chunk of ice.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, all right, we're going to baptize you in this negative 100 degree water.
Yeah.
That sounds like some Russian
and
shit.
you have to go and you have to swim underneath the ice or some shit like that.
Yeah, a lot of those times, like with those psychedelics and with that,
Yeah.
I think you have to turn like 18, and then you have to do it in order to like be respected by others and basically call yourself a man.
Maybe that's what we need to start doing in America.
Yeah, because a lot of men are becoming real feminine.
It's also part of what they eat too. They eat shit that's not good for them.
Everybody needs.
Oh, in
to.
America?
I think
definitely.
everybody needs to at one point just get their own. Like everybody needs to figure out some way to get to have their own, grow their own food, pretty much, become their own farmers. In a way.
I read a thing that there's less people actually overweight now in America.
Oh, there is for the first time in when?
No, no, he didn't let me finish.
Since Walmart and McDonald's closes at 11,
the overweight rate has went down, but the obesity rate has went up.
Oh, so they're going out of the overweight
that's like the
bracket
flu
into
rate
the next
going down and the
bracket
COVID
above
rate
it.
going up.
So
You said what? I didn't hear you, man.
Because they're getting fatter, Jalon.
Yeah.
I said that's like the flu rate going down and the COVID rate going up.
Yup.
So the obesity rate is going down, but the obesity rate is going up, but the overweight
because they're
rate is going
they're
down.
leveling up.
They're leveling up.
Fucking crazy, bro.
That's crazy as fuck to think about.
What do y'all think about giants? You think giants are real?
The Book of Enoch.
See, go ahead.
The fucking pyramids, bro.
I would say that.
The fucking pyramids.
You think they built the pyramids?
Yeah.
Who?
theory.
I think
Giants?
they built a lot of shit.
See, the Giants was in the Bible, but the Book of Enoch wasn't.
No, the Book of Enoch originally was in the Bible, but then they took it out.
No, it wasn't.
It was. It was
No,
a
it
part
wasn't.
of the Bible.
Bro, you know
they took it out though.
You know the stones they used or whatever they used to build the pyramids are
Things like
as
limestone.
big as this room.
Limestone. I think that's what it is.
Probably like what, 20, 50 tons, something like that.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's just as huge.
Yeah.
You have to
How is
also take into account where do they source these limestones blocks from?
in the middle of the fucking
I would
desert.
say
There's nothing
also
but sand
with
dunes
all the
around.
hieroglyphics that are on Egyptian like artifacts like that, like there's like fucking shit that looks like planes and helicopters and other shit, and maybe fucking even as far advanced as like magnetized or like some magnet shit to where it's like it goes. I don't know
Magnetized power.
that shit that Elon
I know what you're
does.
saying.
You know what I'm talking about?
The magnetized power where
Yeah.
they use the magnets that were powered from the pyramids. Like because they said the pyramid of Giza, whichever one it is, they are saying that they first said that it was originally built for a tomb, right? But then you go inside there and then there's no tomb.
Right.
So it was originally, that's what they say, originally said that it was built for. But whenever you go in there and then they start studying it more, they found out that it was actually built to produce power.
Right.
Out of magnetism.
Mm.
Which is crazy to think about because those huge pyramids were actually...
They're
drew-
lined up too. They're lined up like
That's what I'm
specifically
saying.
where they're on
Drew-
the earth. Like it's like at the middle of the equator, and like like the longitude and latitude is perfectly in the middle, like at the earth.
Yeah, and I think they were deriving they're deriving the magnetic power from the core of the earth.
Not only that, but they got those big ass stones like lined perfectly. Because I don't know if you've ever built something like that where like you have one here, one here, one here, and then you got to cross them the next time. Bro, if you don't get that shit level and like it's gonna be fucked up by the time you get to the top.
And they say it's more what the fuck would it be called? It's more correct in the sense of symmetry than
a lot of
most modern day architecture is.
Right. And that's even crazier to think about.
Because how did they
like,
have that?
How do they have that
Exactly.
technology?
Right.
When they try to push onto us like that, they were like not using that technology pretty much.
Well, they said there was also a more advanced civilization than we are in a different sense. So like we have this kind of technology, in the sense that we can like kind of see it, we can kind of see the technology there, but they had different technology. Regardless,
you got to think about the knowledge that's been lost over time too, like inventions and stuff like that.
That's
that
what I'm saying.
They
Exactly.
documented it, and then there was like the Library of Alexandria.
Yeah,
Is a good example
Burnt
of
the
like
fuck
it
up.
got burnt down because of some for power basically.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
keep the knowledge for themselves, but then they couldn't repair or do anything, and so you remember you
That's
had the
crazy
Dark
as
Ages,
fuck.
All
the
that
Middle
shit was
Ages.
lost.
You had
I forget
Rome.
about that.
You had Rome, and then you had like the Middle Ages where everything's like a shithole
yeah.
in Europe,
And then
stuff.
eventually they start touching on to alchemy
yeah.
in the Middle Ages. And
Yeah.
then they start to...
Then you had the Renaissance.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, because then there's like that little gap in between where they had better technology back then, like from the Egyptians and the
Rome,
Mayans.
the aqueducts. If you go to places
Exactly.
like Italy, you'll still see the aqueducts that have been built 2,000 years later, and they're still used for those same towns.
Shit's crazy.
And you'll
that's
see
wild.
those roads that are used for the same towns, and the
Yeah.
giant coliseums and stuff. During the Middle Ages, they didn't have any of that knowledge because they just lost it. So you'd have people that come up with an invention, and then you have someone come along 500 years later and invent the same thing.
And you know what's also crazy as well? Whenever it comes back to those pyramids, like you know how the pyramids in Egypt, right? Well, there's pyramids in Egypt, and then there's also pyramids from
in-
the Mayans
Right, and-
in
yeah.
South America and Mexico.
Right.
Or I think it's the Aztecs as well,
The
but the
Aztecs,
Mayans are
right.
older. The Mayans are older than the Aztecs and the Egyptians. And they was actually the first ones to create like running water,
It's crazy.
which is pretty wild.
That
and
is
or
wild.
not I don't yeah, and I don't know.
Like
I
a
don't
sewer
remember if it was-
system. They have,
Sewer
like,
system,
sewer
that's what it was.
systems.
I don't know if it was like really running water,
They still
but
have stuff that's used
it
by
was
Rome and
something-
Italy that's from those times.
well, not in those times. But this is way before like the Egyptian age. This is what I'm talking about because the Mayans are older than the Egyptians.
I know. I'm just saying they built it well. They last for
and
thousands of years.
Yeah.
Now everything's built so you can build it again and pour more taxpayer.
But what I was saying, yeah,
buy another one in a year and a half.
But what I was saying is that those Mayan civilizations built pyramids, right? And then that was before the Egyptians built the pyramids, and then they built the pyramids on the other side of the world.
Right.
Does that make sense?
That doesn't.
So that kind of, well, it kind of doesn't make sense.
I mean, I see what you're saying. It doesn't make sense.
He's
but
following along.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying though. Like,
which is crazy as fuck because why in the fuck is there the same
somebody on the other side of the world
structure on the opposite side of the world?
And the thing is too, is like from what we understand, they didn't have contact with each other,
and they didn't travel.
They had to be at least between like 12 and 10,000 years ago, because like we said, they came across. You're talking about South America, right?
Yeah.
From what we understand, is that they came across a land bridge that was made during the Ice Age, and then it melted away, and they couldn't get back.
That's another thing I was going to say.
That's
too.
wild.
Isn't that like 10,000 years ago? Isn't that like where we got most of our history? Like, but like before that, what do you know
for like North America?
Yeah,
and South?
or like just like the Earth and just, like history just on Earth at all.
Well, we only know so much so far back because it's at one point it was not documented. Like,
right.
But at one point there was no language.
That's what I'm saying.
Who
though.
the hell came up with language?
That's what I'm saying though. But like I'm thinking though, even before then though, like what if the Ice Age like knocked out a lot of that, like knocked out a lot of people, but then that's when everything that we know about the I guess human existence started from somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, so at some point you go so far back that nobody's got anything documented.
Right.
So I guess like if the year's 2023, there at one point there was year one. Like I guess somebody's like, all right, we're gonna start writing this shit down.
Right.
But first we gotta have language. We gotta have something to write it on, and someone's got to hold this for 2023 years so we can figure out what fucking year it is.
Right. Because it's like, what about the fossils that are like
2 million years old?
Right. But like, but isn't some of those fossils that they found like they look like humans? Isn't some of them that they found look like humans?
Like as times went on, like we found like bits and pieces of what we were as we were evolving. Like there used to be like 40 different like species of, like for like monkeys and stuff like that. There's like different species, but there was different species of humans, but they competed against each other, and like there was Neanderthals and stuff. Right. But they're like the last ones that died out. Now it's just us.
I just looked it up and I made a mistake. I said that the Mayans are older than the Egyptians, but they're not.
So the Egyptians
are actually older, but I mean, still yet, even if they are older,
bro,
they were still in the same shit on a whole nother side of the world.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I watched this one thing a couple weeks ago. It was like there's cultures that don't talk to each other, but they all have some sort of
similarity.
Dragon.
Some sort of dragon.
Yeah. Somehow it's wired in our brain to think about a dragon.
I think Jordan Peterson touched on.
Oh yeah, yeah, like because of snakes.
Yeah.
Fear of snakes.
Yeah, some kind of fear of a big creature.
Serpent.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's crazy. But like, there's like Chinese. You got the
Chinese and Chinese. They're like the dragon is like one of the most respectable creatures.
Right.
Is it not?
Yeah.
Right, but they have old ancient shit.
Right.
With dragons.
Right.
Yeah, that's wild.
There's
or like
with some of their festivals too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also
you'll see them in parades.
But then also there's like in mythology, like different types of myths and shit. Like they have representation of like back in Greece as well. Like whenever you look at all of those big structures and shit, and then everything that come from ancient Greece, they have depictions of different sorts of animals and people put together. If that makes sense.
Bro, I think the wonders of the world are fucking crazy.
Yeah, they are. That's why they're called wonders of the world.
Right. But like they're fucking huge, dude.
I know. Well, it depends. Some of them aren't. There is one that is like a staircase. It's a staircase.
Yeah.
Tower of Babylon? Is that what you talking about, or a different one?
I'm not sure.
Tower of
It's
Babylon.
Let me look 'em up.
It was like a cylinder with a smaller. It's like one of those. You ever seen a wedding cake out has like a big base and then a smaller one, a smaller one, a smaller one. The Tower of Babylon was like kind of like that, and it had its staircases going up.
I don't know.
So
it's in the church, and I'm talking about. It's a spiral staircase. It's like one of the first spiral staircases to ever be made.
The Pyramid of Giza is one of them.
Yeah. What are them?
Have you heard?
Giza, and then
have you heard the Great Wall of China is like people are starting to think that it wasn't even built by China?
Oh
shit.
Because the Chinese border is. It looks like it's on the outside, not the inside. Does that make sense? Like like if you build a fence in your yard, you're gonna build the ugly side of the fence towards your house.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Definitely.
But that's one of the wonders. And
so isn't there like 8 wonders of the world?
I thought there was. Didn't they add one?
I don't know.
There's a whole fucking bunch of them.
Well, I mean, they're adding fucking genders now. They're adding a whole bunch of genders.
Surprised.
You know what I'm saying?
There's that big ass tomb in
Jordan.
It's in Jordan.
The tomb,
big ass tomb,
like King
Petra,
Tut's tomb or something.
The ancient city of Petra.
Wouldn't like
Tower of Pisa.
You know what's crazy to me is the fucking Ark of the Covenant.
This
Ark of
right
Covenant.
here?
Isn't that what it's called? The Ark of the Covenant.
That, like it's got 2 handles on each side. It's like
you ever seen that
what
before?
Oh yeah, that
it's
right
in
there.
the side
Tomb
of a
the
damn
Kings
mountain
or something like that.
Oh shit!
It was a city.
No,
it was a city inside there.
No, what the fuck?
Oh shit!
I'm talking about like the Ark. I think it's called the Ark of the Covenant.
I know what you're talking about.
And it's the place where they keep the original 10 Commandments. And it's guarded. Yeah. It's guarded by. It has to be guarded by a man that is a virgin.
Machu Picchu.
He can't be swayed by any sort of sexual desires.
Yeah.
And they also say that they say that it's always protected, but they say that a virgin man is the purest person.
A virgin man is the purest person.
Yeah.
More pure than a virgin female?
Maybe not.
See, I'd probably argue that.
Yeah, but
that would be a good argument because I mean, like, if you're thinking about it,
like I think from the aspect of the Bible.
Yeah, from the Bible, yeah.
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 It had to be a very logical female.
Because according to the Bible, the female
Good
did
luck with that.
create the temptation.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
And they said that the interpretation of the some people like Brad will say that the interpretation of the apple that was being eaten was not really an apple. It was actually have you heard Brad talk about this?
Yeah, it was more taking
probably
fruit.
a few times.
It wasn't like a fruit or anything.
Not the fruit,
it was a
but
metaphor for like sexuality.
Yeah, that's sexuality.
Yeah. In general. He said that basically because it can be interpreted in different ways, and
it can be, yeah.
Well, depending on who you talk to, because I've talked to several different people that say that the Bible can only be interpreted one way, which
I think that's ridiculous.
There's so many different opinions on the planet Earth. So.
But anyways, they say that, or some people would say that the apple was really them basically having sex.
That's what I'm saying.
And which is that's a crazy perspective to think about, because that changes a whole lot. That changes a whole lot because the forbidden fruit, which is sex.
Sex without marriage.
So because then God, after they bit into the fruit, they're basically, what would you call it? Their punishment, if you would. I'll just use a punishment for the lack of a better term. Their punishment was to be able to bear kids then. So then they would be attracted to one another. Of course, the man and the woman would be attracted to one another. And then they would also, once that happens, and then they would, do the dirty, and then they would have something that came about, a big responsibility that came out of it.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it is very interesting, and it's crazy to think about.
But from a science perspective, most animals can reproduce.
Yeah.
It's nature to.
What do you mean?
It's nature to want to reproduce.
Yeah,
It's built into you.
That's what I was saying. That's where that came from, though.
But he made all the animals before he made Eve, according to the Bible.
Yeah,
what we're saying is,
but was those animals able to reproduce?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
Touche.
You know, because they were in a perfect place,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the devil came along, and then he gave them temptation, and then they fell for the temptation, and then they had a punishment put upon them to God because they went against what God had to say.
There was also another thing,
bearing kids.
There was also another thing too. It was saying like, what if there's a perspective that is saying, what if the fruit was knowledge, right? The fruit was knowledge, and they was gonna eat the fruit to gain knowledge, but there's only so much knowledge that you can handle without driving yourself insane.
And consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was too. Because after that, it was bearing kids and consciousness. Because after that, that's whenever they realized that they was naked. Because they didn't know that they was naked until after they ate the fruit. Both of them.
Then they covered themselves up.
Exactly, and I think both of them. Brad also says this. He says that both of them had He said that it could be in a form of they all had an orgy together.
Could be that too.
Which is fucking insane. Which is crazy to think about, but they both bit out of the apple, quote unquote, but it was them having sex with the devil. Really. That's what it was, and then it made them realize, made them conscious of themselves, because then they were able to know what their body parts were capable of. But before then, they didn't know.
Interesting.
Yep.
Also, you ever heard that the Bible stands for basic instruction before leaving Earth?
Yeah.
I've heard that.
Yeah, well, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Well, I mean,
I can't remember where I heard that.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's not in the Bible.
I mean, it's not in the Bible that it says that, but I mean, if you think about it, like a lot of the things that happen in the Bible, you could line up with today's events that is happening in real time. Yeah,
and then you could also do that with things that happened 100 years ago and 50 years ago.
True.
I mean, a lot of old school people, I mean, like, 70s, 60s, and older, believe that Revelation is happening today.
Right.
Well, they also thought that was happening during World War II as well.
They don't know what the fuck's up
with Hitler.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But that's why I think it goes into like history repeats itself, though.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't think it's like a certain, like this is gonna be, or nobody can really say that this is gonna be when it ends. But you can say that this is similar to what is happening here.
Yeah. Definitely, you could say that.
But as far as the time frame, I don't think that nobody can really tell you when the fuck everything's going, or when shit's going to really hit the fan.
Shit's going to hit the fan.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I'm real with it, I don't think it ever will.
You don't think it ever will?
Not in our lifetime.
I don't know. Nobody really knows.
Anything is possible, but it's very unlikely.
Anything is possible.
I think it is very unlikely in our lifetime that we're going to see the end of civilization, but it could happen.
You could see some crazy shit happen.
Maybe
not the complete end.
Shit, we're already seeing crazy shit.
Yeah, we see some wild.
Like in high school, there was somebody that came up to me and said, well, I said something, and then they come up to me and said this just jokingly.
What'd you say?
I don't remember what the fuck I said, and then it was like, hey, Carson, it's your world, we're just living in it. And then, like, he just said it just jokingly. And then he left, and then I just, like, kind of sit there, and I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck does that mean?
I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, what if it kind of is? You know, what if we are living in a simulation, like just for
we're all living the same life, just different views?
Yep.
It's Sonder. You ever heard of that term?
No.
Sonder. It's like basically just saying like everybody's in their own world, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's true shit.
think-
In a way,
I think-
you are.
I think
really
that's
is
what
true
it
shit.
Let me make sure.
That is wild. That's wild to think about, especially from like a simulation perspective. You know, because if we are in a simulation, there could be different perspectives to that being in a simulation. Like you are in a simulation in the sense of it's a video game, and then there's somebody there's you, the real you, on the other side of the video game playing you as them.
But I think it's more.
If that makes sense. There's that.
You could also look at it as like, you know, what we was talking about earlier. Like, what if it's not the video game shit that we think that when we're fucking playing GTA? What if it's more like we're basically like fucking lab rats, man, and like there's somebody watching over us, but we can't see that shit.
Yeah, see, and then that goes into another one. I think there's three possibilities, like that one, and then there's that possibility which would align with the Bible. Mm-hmm. That would align with the Bible, and then the Bible would explain all of that, if that makes sense. Or like another book of, say, like the Muslim book. What is it? The Quran. The Quran, yeah. And it could be either. I mean, they kind of go hand in hand, you know. But at the same time, the Quran refers to the Bible within the Quran, but the Bible doesn't refer to the Quran within the Bible, and the Bible's older than the Quran, too. I'll just throw that out there. You know that. That might be helpful. You know,
all religion stemmed from the same.
They're all the same but
different stories.
Exactly. Well, that's from that perspective. You know, I said that there's three different types of simulations that I believe could be possible.
Right.
There's the one that I said that you're basically in a video game, and then a very, very, very advanced video game where there's somebody on the other side of the video game playing as you, and then that person that they are playing you as is the actual real you. So there's that one. And then whenever you die, you just go back into the real life that's in. The real life, you know. And then there's also the one where there's a God, you know, there's one being or whatever has created, an omnipotent being has created the world and then everything within it. And then whenever you die, you go into the world that they created as well, or whatever, you know.
Oh wait, they go into a world that. What are you saying? Like they go into a different world that you created? Like the omnipotent person, like once you die in that omnipotent person's world, you die and then you go into another world that they created. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, if the Bible is correct in that sense, then
that's what
because
that means.
God said that it said in the Bible that God created the heavens,
right? And he created it, or
yeah,
not, he didn't create hell.
Yeah,
right?
he did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
okay.
he created heaven and earth.
Okay, that's what. Okay.
And
I'm
then
trying to see where you going.
Yeah. Well, anyways, it gets determined that there's one judge, and then he judges you, and then, like I said, there's those two, and then there's the other one where you know how everything. That one's hard to get by too, because hard for me to explain, because it's really that one's more
complex.
Yeah. Like the multi-dimensional thing as well.
Oh, like the multi-dimensional thing?
Yeah, that one.
So it's like everybody, like, you could be in, like, there's like 99 different Earths, and like, in one Earth you're this, one Earth you're
it's
that.
Like a multiverse.
Yeah.
And there's
like we're in the third dimension?
There's some science to back that up as well.
You can either level up to the fourth dimension or go back to the second dimension.
There is some science to that as well, as far as what frequency that we are,
and there's
resonating.
Have you heard that theory? Have you
What?
heard the dimensional theory? Like, you can see one
That's what
down,
that goes
but you
in
can't
along
see
with
up.
that.
Yeah, like with the cats.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know exactly.
Like we're in the third dimension. We can see second, but we can't see fourth.
Yeah, I think we've definitely talked about this whenever we was like on acid.
Yeah, we
Like
have.
tripping
we
balls.
definitely have.
Yeah,
But I think
definitely.
that's what. Well, I don't know for sure, but I think that might be what science people's interpretation of dimensions is, like, as far as what frequency that we're on, pretty much, because the Earth has a specific frequency that it, I guess, resonates at. I guess that might be the word, maybe. And then I guess there's, in different dimensions, I guess frequencies would be different because just shit's different there, I guess. I don't know.
That's the more complex one that I don't know if I can really explain.
I think the best way to explain it is just just think about 99 different Earths, and on every single one of them you're different, or you're a different version of yourself.
Yeah. Well, and that's even
That's crazy as hell.
That's crazy as fuck. Yeah. And then that one like it's, and then and then also the Bible can also coexist with that theory as well, because I mean, if God created us, who created God?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or what created God?
The Big Bang.
That's the crazy thing too, because it did say in the Bible that the Big Bang. It did say in the Bible. Have you seen those memes where it says like how atheists think that the Big Bang was, and then it's like it shows a video of like a huge explosion, and then it shows like a monkey. There's like a huge explosion, then there's a monkey.
And a monkey just comes out of nowhere.
And the monkey's like, and then the monkey says something, and then it turns into a human, and then the human is like, "Oh, we need somewhere.
We need universal health care."
Yep. And then it pops up like a big ass city.
What the fuck?
Then a nuke.
That's fucking crazy.
But no, I forgot what the fuck I was saying. I was
We was talking about we was talking about the multi-dimensions.
Oh yeah. See, I was saying how the Bible that can coexist. That the Bible and that theory can also coexist, because like I said, who created God? And then, but in the Bible it also says that God created us in His image.
Right.
So if it's in His image, then what He thinks is, what He sees as life in his eyes, He can create that. Right. So like if we all look the same, all look like humans and shit, then He would create people that looks like Him.
Right. And then you have to think He would also create people based on how He looked like, and that a lot of things that would go into the way that He thinks that He would look like would be His environment that He was in, I guess, also too.
Yeah, and then that also brings us to the aliens too. Like, if there is aliens, why wouldn't they look like us?
Why would they?
If they have because like I said, they're in the same image. And then if it's all created by God,
maybe it's not.
Because
maybe there's different ones.
Because like there is, like maybe there's different gods.
I think it is a very high possibility that.
But if that's the case too, if it is, then that means that then the aliens would have to travel into dimensions.
It's like a video game collab.
They would have to travel dimensions instead of traveling the space. Maybe it would into a different planet,
different galaxy,
and different galaxy. They would travel into a different dimension, if you would, because they would have to if they didn't look like us.
Bro.
But also though, what about if they didn't look like us? If aliens didn't look like us, then you would also have to think about the thing where they say religion was created to keep people, I guess, to stop asking questions, and like controlled sort of thing. Like,
oh yeah, I know that theory too, and I mean, could be. Maybe. I mean,
I can't wrap my head around spending eternity in one spot.
I can't wrap my head around that either. Even though I got this tattoo here that says "Live Forever" with an angel.
But then, remember what I told you that one time?
What? Oh, live backwards is evil.
It's crazy.
That is crazy to think about.
It's crazy.
Evil forever, huh?
It's crazy. Nah. I mean, because if you think about it, though, like, nah, for real, though, because, like, we live to die.
Yeah, die to live.
Die to live, live to die.
Yeah, that is wild. And then whenever you die, if you go to heaven or hell, it's for eternity.
And it's for eternity.
That's what it says in the Bible.
That's what it says.
But maybe eternity to God is a lifetime for us.
Why would that make any sense?
What do you mean? Why would that make any sense? Because God is omnipotent, right?
And he's on a different dimension too.
No, he's not on a different dimension. He's in all dimensions.
I mean, he's in all dimensions, but
because he's omnipotent.
But that's the thing, though. You got to be in a higher dimension to look at all the dimensions, because you have to be in the very highest one to look down, because we can't look up.
Right.
Yeah, I see that perspective too. But see, and also, like I was saying, an eternity for God is a life. It could be a lifetime for us, in the sense of saying, like.
So you think different dimensions have different time scales?
That's what I was
exactly
gonna say.
Like in dog years,
right?
You know, like in dog years, we refer to them as
that's
human
bullshit,
years,
dude. Dog years and cat years and horse years.
Who are horse shit?
That's fucking horse shit.
That's just
toss that shit in the fucking trash.
Yeah,
that's like astrology, you know. That's some goofy shit.
What is
astrology?
I think it has some sort of truth to it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you read that stuff, and like you can find like one thing about you that you can
but
relate
that
to,
probably
the other 10 other things. It's like it
oh yeah, people just like throw in all their responsibilities out the window.
Scorpio rising sun sideways on a Friday. So
I did this because I'm a fucking Scorpio.
Yeah,
I'm like, shut the fuck
up. I'm a fucking dumbass because I'm a Cancer.
I'm like, you're right.
Fuck yeah, you are.
Nah,
damn it.
Definitely. Some people, I think they definitely take that shit to a whole nother level.
They really do.
That's like,
serious.
bro, like if you want to do something, just fucking do that shit. You don't need something to tell you that you're not gonna be able to do that shit. Like,
I do think the stars are in a spot for a reason.
You think so?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're where they are for a reason.
nah, I mean definitely for sure, because I don't think that the stars that line up with the pyramids in Egypt are just for just
for
or like the
looks.
Dipper,
just for show and tell.
Like, there's no way that those pyramids.
These just three little stars up there, like the panhandle looking.
they took them to school.
Yeah,
Just show and tell. But nah, I definitely think
It's Friday tomorrow.
There definitely is a significant reason that those pyramids line up with those stars.
yeah.
Which is, it's crazy to think about. But as far as the astrology shit, like where you're trying to
Or not even that.
Look at stars to tell
You're
you
trying
how
to blame
gonna
your
do.
lifestyle
Yeah,
on
you're trying
stars.
to blame your lifestyle on that shit. Like,
But
come
not
on
even
now.
that. Like, it's crazy how it not even lines up with the stars, but it also lines up with the Earth
Yeah.
because it's in the dead center on the scale.
The pyramids, right? Yeah.
That is crazy as fuck.
It is crazy as fuck.
Yeah, you put me onto that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's fucking
I was like, huh?
insane.
You told me that shit, and I was like, what?
Nah,
Y'all know-
it's like it's
you know
dead
what I'm
ass
talking
is.
about?
It's in like this complete like the longitude and latitude is like the pyramid is right there in the fucking middle, the dead middle.
Yeah. Wow. The dead middle of the whole planet.
So you think it was like a space
right on the
beam?
equator?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
It's in the dead center.
dead center of it.
Yeah, of all of it. If you split all the little split all the little squares up into the size of the pyramid, and it's only off by like a fifth of a centimeter or like a millimeter or some shit, and that's only because I think there was
because
like
it shifted like the
because
Earth,
of the shift.
the Earth has
the
shifted
Earth
over
has
time.
shifted over time.
So when it was like when they did build it, it was spot on.
It was spot on. Yep.
Wow.
Fucking giants, dude. I'm telling you.
Giants. Could have been fucking giants, brother.
But they have you seen the fucking the fossils of like the giants?
I've heard about them. I
Like the
haven't really
Titans,
seen any
like
like
they call
videos or
them,
anything of them.
Like the Titans, that's what they call them. That's what it's called in the Book of Enoch. But you
Yeah,
don't think the
yeah.
Book of Enoch was with the Bible though? You don't think that?
No.
But it literally said that though.
What?
Like the Book of Enoch was
said they
with the
took one
Bible.
out.
No,
Yeah,
it don't
it
say
said
it. You said what?
David and who was the other
David
person?
and Goliath.
Wasn't he a giant?
Yeah, Goliath was a giant.
He wasn't.
Yeah. He wasn't?
He was, but
Oh.
he wasn't that tall. I don't think.
Okay, because I was thinking like
Really?
when you say
I
giants,
want to
like
say
how
he was only like 12 or 15 feet. I'm talking about like
That's
giants.
fucking,
that
that's
are, like,
fucking still
that's fucking big,
tall, bro.
That's fucking
Yeah.
big. But when you're saying a person, somebody that can pick up something like a stone of that pyramid
Yeah.
with one hand, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
like a brick.
Yeah.
Like a brick to us.
You need Godzilla for that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's great. That goes back to the like time scale too, because like back then in the Bible times, it says that some people lived for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Right.
Like they said that Noah's grandfather lived for like 900 years.
Yeah, like
that's why that fucking ark was so big
for so long that he went. He was like an architect or something, and he was taught a bunch of knowledge, and he went back to Earth, and he lived for like 800 years.
Enoch was one. I know Enoch. It said in the book of Enoch, I think he was going back and forth to supposedly the heavens to talk to God. I think going back and forth. I think, and that's where like that whole book came from. I think.
Well, I'm pretty sure. I think in the Bible it refers to Enoch, but I don't think that it refers to the book of Enoch.
That's the thing, though. Like, there's a book of Enoch. Why is there a book of Enoch?
Well, there's a person. No, I'm saying in the Bible it refers to the person Enoch. Like it touches on Enoch, but it doesn't talk about the book of Enoch in the Bible. I don't think so.
No, that's what I'm saying though. Like they removed it. Like it was originally that was connected to the Bible, but they took it out.
Let me see. Does the Bible refer to the book of Enoch? Oh no. Refer to the.
I mean, if you look it up on Google, you know,
book of.
You might get the devil's interpretation.
Maybe. It says by the 4th century, the book of Enoch was mostly excluded from the Christian biblical canons and is now regarded as scripture only by the Ethiopian Orthodox.
Right.
In the New Testament, Enoch is referenced in the Gospel of Luke, the apostle to the Hebrews, and the apostle of Jude, the last of which also quotes from it. So I think that's what... Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It was originally a part of it.
Well, no, that's what I was saying. It says that Enoch is referenced in the Gospel of Luke. He was just referenced. The person Enoch was just referenced, not the book itself.
But what did you just read? Didn't it say
I said by the 4th century, the book of Enoch was mostly excluded from the Christian biblical canons and is now regarded as scripture.
So there is evidence that it was scripture at one point.
Right. Well, see, they excluded it for some reason.
That's what
they
I'm
excluded
saying.
it because it was found with a bunch of other scriptures on like an offshore of somewheres. So like it was another interpretation of the Bible. So that's why you have it was saying it was by
You talking about
the Ethiopian churches. So that's why I'm saying that there's different whenever there's different interpretations of the Bible, that's how you get different sub-religions.
Sub-religions like Catholics. And
like the Catholics, like Baptists, Lutherans, Pentecostals.
Orthodox.
Exactly. And see, I think that goes along, and that goes along with it all too. Because, there's different interpretations, so there's different sub-religions of the original religion. But I think that the Jews are possibly the closest thing to the original book, because the original book was written in Hebrew.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think
there wasn't.
You said what?
It's all an interpretation.
Yeah.
All of it's an interpretation.
Because
even the original book is just an interpretation.
See, the Hebrew version though, in the Hebrew language, the thing is with that is that a lot of words mean a lot of different things.
Right.
More than the English language.
Right. We have a very specific language.
It's a very complex language. I think it's like one of the most complex languages.
It is, because it's pieced together from so many other different languages.
English has more words than any other language by far.
Yeah.
Like there's
that makes it the most complex.
And it's one of the most difficult languages to learn. It's in the top, I think, 5.
Yep. Along with like Mandarin.
Mandarin's very difficult. And English, like, if you're talking about a language that's used all around the world, then it's English. If you go look at like the presidents of different countries and you see what languages that they speak, all of them have a secondary language of English.
Yeah, well, Vladimir Putin, though, he don't speak to anybody unless it's in Russian.
He's spoken in English, though.
Oh, well, he
they
can.
Have him on recording.
Yeah, he knows English.
He knows English, and he speaks in English. But whenever he has like a conference with somebody and he speaks with somebody, he usually don't. That's why he doesn't. That's a big reason why he doesn't like to negotiate with Americans, especially like whenever it comes to this war as well, is because of that reason right there. Because he knows that there's going to be an interpreter there, and some value of what the person is saying to Putin is going to be interpreted in maybe a different way, and then some of the value may be lost within that. You know?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So you're saying like some of the value, what do you mean? Like the meaning behind it?
Yeah. Some of the meaning can be lost in interpretation. Like that's what I'm also saying with the Bible as well, is that whenever it gets interpreted so many times, because English,
it's like the game we used to play in elementary school,
where you say you have a sentence,
say it in somebody's ear,
and then by the time I got to the other person, that person would say, "All right, say what?"
Something completely
different.
But then again, people would purposely say something, on purpose halfway through the table,
right,
to fuck it up.
Even if they didn't, it'd still get fucked up.
Yeah, and I don't think that the Bible was translated straight from Hebrew to English in the King James Version, because the King James Version, I believe, was I think that's the newer version. But whenever it was interpreted to English, I think it wasn't interpreted from originally. It wasn't
Latin.
interpreted. Yeah, it was interpreted from Latin into English,
right?
Not from Hebrew into English,
right? So they had a middleman in there, is what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
You're talking about a book that's a couple thousand years old.
Yeah,
hundreds of
sure
fucking pages long.
I'm sure English didn't even exist whenever they translated it from Hebrew to Latin.
And the thing is, like, the origins of English was, if you go back,
it comes from Latin, does it not?
It used to be like a Gaelic language. It's like a GA. It was like around, Germanic, and it was a bunch of different European languages kind of smashed together.
Yeah.
Because you got, what did the Romans speak? I think they spoke Latin, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Latin's like a dead language.
Yeah, barely anybody speaks it anymore.
Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah, because if you look at like our quarters and stuff, and you look at the writing on it, it's in Latin.
Yeah,
like unum, something like that. It's like it's supposed to be like out of many one, el pluribus unum or something.
Oh,
like
that. Yeah.
Stuff like that.
That's exactly what that means.
Yeah, like it's like a lot of stuff in Latin, but a lot of that stuff. This is on a different subject.
And then in the judicial system as well.
If you look at like the architecture of the nation, a lot of it's based off Rome.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that's one of the strongest cities in all of history.
Well, because that was that was also like
I mean,
it was a republic.
You think about
it was actually around for a long time, even after its beginning of. You're talking about in the BC era,
right? That's what I'm saying.
And then it went all the way to like 700 AD. So
right. It was the longest form of democracy.
Yeah,
it was the longest civilization but at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like right now, America is
like you was saying earlier. Like there would be a really good stretch, and then it would all get
fucked up, and then it would start come back again, and then it would get
right.
Because you look at like the Eastern Roman Empire, then the Western Roman Empire. Yeah. And a lot of that stuff, it was a republic, and then it became an empire. So it went from being like a representative democracy or a republic.
It's rough after a couple hours.
And then, it just all went to shit after. I mean, a lot of things are going to go to shit after 1,000 fucking years.
Yeah.
That's true.
But like I was saying, the USA, it's the longest form of written democracy.
Right.
The Constitution that we have right now is like one of the longest standing constitutions on the planet.
The Roman Empire didn't even have a constitution.
No.
Well, it had something similar.
A lot of the founding fathers, they did a lot of studying on what made Rome collapse.
Yeah.
And they set things up to make sure something like that, if it would be a lot more difficult for it to happen.
Yeah, and I mean, even with the corruption now that is tied into the government now, it's still hard for the whole entire system to become completely corrupt because there's always
a lot of checks and balances.
Exactly, because there's always this side is looking over this side, and then the other side is always looking over that side.
There's a constant power struggle between the two.
Between all of them, yeah.
Which means not all that's going to get done, but then again, a lot of stuff is not going to go complete shit.
Yeah.
You're not going to have some sort of emperor and just have like a purge where
and
50
see,
million
that's
people
why
die.
That's why they're like considering of kind of like alleviating the CIA to an extent because or I think it was the FBI. I don't remember which one it was. It was one of those that is supposed to look over, everything in general. I don't know if it's the FBI or the CIA.
The CIA kind of works more,
and it gets more corrupt
on a more international level. And the FBI,
so.
Federal Bureau of Investigation, is federal, meaning for
federal
more
in our country.
Internal affairs. And then the CIA is something more espionage. Like back during the Cold War, you remember you had spy movies and stuff. You have a spy
Central
go to Russia, trying to figure out what's this new nuclear bomb.
Okay, so then it's the FBI that I'm thinking of.
They're gonna get rid of the FBI.
They're basic. No, I'm not. But there's
Homeland Security.
Conversations in taking apart that is basically questioning everything that the FBI does because it's basically being used as a tool, especially like a political tool for a political opponent, like they do with, like Hillary Clinton did with Donald Trump, if that makes sense.
Right.
And then they're now testifying now. The Durham report. You heard of that?
I haven't really been looking into it. Is it like recent politics?
Yeah. I keep up with a lot of that to an extent. Not as much as I think I should, but because it's hard to keep up with all of it.
There's a whole bunch of shit.
It's a whole bunch of shit, but it's basically coming out now that there's this guy. So then there's a bunch of people there that basically can get corrupt by a bunch of other people. Whenever it comes down to money and then like power as well. Because whenever you have so much money, why do you get money? You get money to get power, and control over things, whether it be your life or other people or have you not, Yeah. But so whenever it comes to politics and shit, they struggle to, to see who has the power and shit. And then whoever has more power basically tells these other people what to do. And then, but these people, sometimes what they're being told to do is not always legal, and it's not always morally right.
Right.
And some things they are illegal. I mean, there's some things that there are legal things, but a lot of times the legal thing is not ethically correct.
Right.
And then that's whenever you get into politics.
Yeah, it's all fucked if you ask me.
It's all fucked.
It is.
But what I was saying was
shit out the window too.
This Durham report is basically this guy was coming out and he was saying how the Obama administration and the Clintons at the time, 2016, where Hillary Clinton basically had used Obama's power, used the FBI whenever Obama was in charge, and they basically used the FBI against Donald Trump. With the Russian collusion, about that, where Donald Trump had that phone call, and was talking with Russian informants or what the fuck ever.
CIs.
Yep. Whenever he wasn't.
Yeah.
And then they blew it up into a big thing, and then it was false pretenses.
Like Hillary had an email.
Exactly.
So it's like they're going back and forth, like the FBI is like going back and forth between both parties. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that.
No, I mean, because I'm saying like, who said that about Trump, and then who said the email thing about how did they find that out about Hillary? Because obviously,
find what out about Hillary?
The emails. Like
they knew that.
The emails is a whole different thing.
I'm saying who found it out.
Who found it out? Well, different people within the FBI.
That's what I'm saying.
They knew about it. They all knew about it.
That's what I'm saying, though. But who found out the stuff about Trump? Or who tried to say the stuff about Trump?
It was made up. It wasn't true.
But
that's the thing.
He's trying to say who made it up.
The FBI.
Yeah,
the people.
That's what I'm saying, though.
The people that were in charge of the FBI.
Do you see what I'm saying, though?
No.
He's chasing his tail.
Like the FBI is on both like parties, like finding shit about both parties.
Yeah.
So technically, they're unbiased.
No. I'm not even saying that. Like I'm saying that they're being like, I'm saying that could potentially, whatever political party it is, they're trying to pay the FBI maybe into finding shit out about the opposite party in order to give them an advantage and leverage of it.
So that all depends. That all depends on whoever has the most power over the FBI at the time.
That's what I'm saying. Is that what you're talking about right now?
The person that has the most power over the FBI at that specific time that the political figure has the most power in, if both of them resonate with each other, then that's whenever they'll work together. Right. So like I'm saying is if in this situation that I'm talking about is that Hillary Clinton was buddy-buddy with Obama, right, which was the president at the time in 2016, and before the election, and so then they decided to work together because Obama's wanting Hillary Clinton to win, right?
Right.
So then Clinton's going to be talking with each other, and then they're going to be like, okay, well, we're going to see what we can do.
See what we can dig up.
And then but also Hillary Clinton, and I'm not really good with the names. I just know like what happened. And so the person that was over the FBI was wanting Hillary Clinton to win, right? So they communicate with one another, and they're like, okay, so what the fuck can we do to figure out how we can win this election?
Right.
Okay, so then we'll make up a bunch of shit about Trump, and then we'll raid him. I don't know if it was a raid or not. But it was basically coming up with false pretenses to, go after the person and basically, splatter his name against the wall.
Right.
I gotta piss.
But you saying though, like it's like they're going back and forth though, right?
Oh shit! God damn! What you? Fuck.
That's where.
What do you mean they're going back and forth?
No, I'm saying like they're going back and forth though, like the FBI.
Hold on.
Like the FBI is going back and forth. Who? The FBI. The FBI is going back and forth between both political parties.
Like going back and forth in what sense?
But go take a piss. Motherfucker's doing the pee dance.
He's walking around like a penguin. He's getting mad because he's trying to...
Oh, fucking dead.
He's continuing to try and talk, but he's also realizing he's about to piss his pants if he don't go. And then he dropped the mic.
For real. Oh, man.
It's about going to be fucking 1 o'clock here in a little bit.
I know. How long have y'all been doing this before we got here?
9 p.m.
9 p.m.? Damn, this is like a 4-hour podcast.
I was going to go cook out, but they probably... I know I ain't going to McDonald's no more.
Yeah.
They're closed at 11, don't they?
Yeah, I think so. You got the Yellow Deli though. But.
Oh shit, yeah. Yellow Deli's a good.
Run up there.
I don't know if they do takeout at night, do they?
No, they do. I think. But you got to go in there and order it.
Yeah.
I don't think they're open tonight. Actually, I don't think they open till 12 or some shit like that.
Bro, but I was gonna ask you. Do you think the whole pregnancy thing is going fast? Do you think time's going by fast? Because I felt like the pregnancy part was really long, but ever since she's been born, bro, it's like time
goes by even faster.
It's crazy, bro. I swear.
I mean, I think it's going by. To me, it doesn't feel like it's any different than it was before I found out that she was, or before we found out that she was pregnant. It doesn't feel any different. I feel like it's just been going at a steady rate.
Now the rate that I think you're watching something grow.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I definitely think I'm gonna feel like that.
Watching something grow or someone.
A kid, like a baby
Yeah.
grow up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing with like a dog, really.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, even with like you get a puppy, right?
It is crazy, yeah.
And then like
I
a
remember-
year down the road, you're like, you see it every day.
Makes me think of Wrangler.
You see it every day.
Yeah.
So you don't really see the growth.
Yeah.
But like, if you like step back and you're like, damn,
Time
see pictures-
where the
flew.
fuck did that go?
You see like a picture
Yeah.
of when the dog was a puppy, and then you see it now.
Right.
It's like
I think it's
holy
because
shit.
also we're so focused on like just life in general, just trying
Right
to
now.
maintain right now.
Yeah,
That we get, you know.
You get so focused on things. Sometimes life passes you by
Right.
on certain things. You don't
Right.
really. If you ever, when I was like 5 or 6 or something, I remember going through town and like riding with my parents and stuff. And I drive through it now, and sometimes I think like there's a lot of stuff here that used to not be here.
Right.
But I don't really think about it unless I really sit down and think about it.
Right.
Like this place wasn't. These were built.
Yeah, these weren't here.
Like what 10 years ago or something like that.
Yeah. I think like 5. I think
Yeah.
at the most.
Oh yeah.
They're fairly
5.
new.
Yeah, they are pretty
Relatively
new.
new places.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
Same thing with like this county now. It's no longer a dry county.
Right.
You got literally
Yeah.
a bar over here. If someone said that like
20 years ago.
10 years ago,
I'd be
20
like,
years ago.
What the fuck are you talking about,
What are you
man?
talking about?
Hell no.
There's gonna be townhouses everywhere and
Yeah.
bars, and there's gonna be like a concert over here every Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
Nobody.
do.
they
would-
did build that event center thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That event center looks pretty good.
It does.
Like that,
They have
like
good
that
food
little
that comes
park.
by.
It's basically like a new
Yeah,
little
like-
park
yeah,
that they have
splash
over
pad
there.
and all that.
The food trucks
Yeah.
that come by are really good.
Yeah.
I've gotten some of the food from
Yeah.
there. It's good tacos, all sorts of stuff.
Somebody at Walmart I seen yesterday or today maybe. It was like in like a brand new food truck. Or I don't know what the fuck it was. I don't know if it was a food truck. I didn't even read it. I should have took a picture
The
of
mayor
it.
was talking about that. Taylorsville, he was talking about how he's like noticed things changed since
Yeah.
it's no longer a dry county.
We need to have him on.
George,
Yeah.
he ain't gonna be
Actually
on here.
serious. Why?
I don't know. He's George. He's always busy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet he'll find time.
Might get a
I'll be eating
former
with him
mayor.
tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, George is my stepdad's uncle.
Well,
Oh, shit.
then we can you can definitely pull some strings and get him on here.
Maybe. Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe. I don't know.
You don't know if he's gonna agree with anything that we
Well,
say.
you guys
He has
think.
to. He's got to sign that.
Hypothetically.
Yeah. He's gonna
I'm trying to get
He's
people
He's gonna want to listen to it before he involves himself.
See,
in something like that.
exactly, and I'm trying to get a bunch of people who I disagree with too on here because I want to see other points of views. You know, but my thing is that most people that disagree with all of us. Like I'm sure that we disagree on some things, you know,
All right.
but we agree on the vast majority of things. But most people don't want to talk with us because they disagree with us and they don't want to debate their point. And I wonder why.
No, I'm not open-minded.
They're not open-minded.
They're not open-minded, and definitely they might not know it, but subconsciously, if they even try to discuss on why they think that they're right, they're gonna get emotional.
Yeah, and then they're gonna start taking it personal.
Exactly.
I think that's what it is too.
They know deep down it's a bunch of horse shit.
Because I've heard people like disagree with me. There's been a couple people disagree. I don't know if it's like been on the podcast or not, but on certain things, and then you start asking questions as to why, and then you start digging deeper and deeper, and then they can't really explain to you why
They're
they
just like-
disagree with you.
They're just like, I just feel that way.
Exactly. They just
It's
feel
like,
that way.
Why do you feel that way?
Why?
What made you feel that way?
Exactly. And then they can't and then you explain to them
Why you feel the
why
way
you
feel. And
yeah,
why you think about
why you
things.
think the way that you do, and then
It doesn't make sense to them.
it doesn't make sense to them because they think they just don't think that it's right or some shit.
I think it's a lot of ego too,
Ego, yeah, and then what they've been taught and reiterated so many different times as well.
for sure.
It's just easier for them to have that point because it's difficult to have to change up your whole point of view because then you'll have to change like the way you look at things. It's
Yeah.
easier for some people just to accept something the way it is, even if it isn't like the correct and the most optimal thing, like thought process to have. They'll just do it because they don't want to have to change.
Yeah, that
True.
sucks.
Change is tough.
Change is tough.
Most definitely.
Exactly. Y'all ready to wrap this shit up?
Been about 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's been 4 hours?
He said I've been
There's
doing
no
that shit
way.
since 9, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
8:52 is
what
when
the
I
fuck?
I was done at 8:50. It's been that long.
Hold on. Let's see what the time says.
It's 12:30 right now, but it's probably going to say 3 hours, 30 minutes or 3 hours, 15 minutes.
3 hours, 8 minutes.
3 hours, 8 minutes.
3 hours, 8 minutes.
That'd be
yep.
our longest one.
Yeah. The one with Fernando and Ethan was like
2:44 or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
I joined in halfway through, though.
3 hours and 8 minutes.
Yeah, we had
Hell yeah.
Had a rotation.
Mason, had them.
I know. This is the
Sarah.
first time we got the fucking camera here.
It was
What's up,
7.5
everybody?
guests.
Hey, what the
I
fuck's
haven't even
up?
looked at that thing.
I haven't- me either.
I know.
bro.
Y'all forgot that it was
Nah,
fucking
I
there.
seen it. I think I actually looked at it.
Watch it not been recording the whole fucking time.
That'd have been some fun
That's
shit.
awesome.
Damn.
That is awesome.
That is pretty cool.
No, that actually isn't awesome if it wasn't recording the whole fucking time.
I was saying that's awesome. I was looking at it. I was like, that's awesome. That's there.
Yeah.
That'd suck if it wasn't recorded.
www.aceofhearts.info. And now we can actually show you some shit. Let's show off Seth's cup real quick. Hopefully, if
I
I,
put it
don't
in the
fuck
sink.
up this whole goddamn setup.
Bro, I put it in the sink.
You put it in the sink.
We're doing this for
Yeah.
3
That's where
hours.
dishes go, bro.
This fucking free advertisement.
Just to put your hat up to the camera.
We've been fucking yelling the whole time. And we don't
Nah, I think it's been more of just you.
Yeah, it's just you.
Yeah, bro, I was in there taking a piss. I could hear him through the walls.
Like every time I've took my headphones off and somebody's been talking other than you, it sounds like they're whispering. And then I take my headphones off when Carson, and it's like he's talking like this.
He's going, God, dang, when he dropped that mic.
You might need to move the light.
I was picking
Carson.
it up in my mic, going into my ear over here. I was like, am I hearing triple?
Wholehearted entertainment.
Yeah, I guess I could move the light.
God damn. Oh, man.
Wholehearted entertainment.
Plugged.
Oh.
Bam, 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 bam.
Aceofhearts.info.
Are you gonna put this in black and white too?
See what I'm saying? That dude's yelling.
Our neighbors are going to
really
hate
does.
us. You know, there's an old lady over there trying to sleep.
All right, y'all. Well, y'all take it fucking easy. We'll catch y'all on the flip side. Have I really been yelling this whole time?
Peace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Sorry, peace.